Welcome to Kranky Live Sports Talk, where passion meets action.
Hey sports fans, I am Kranky, and this is the Kranky Live Sports Talk, the podcast where we dive deep into the hottest topics, the biggest games, and the most controversial moments in sports.
Whether it's football, basketball, track and field, cricket, or soccer, we've got you covered with expert analysis, insider interviews, and unfiltered opinions.
Join me as I chat with the biggest names in sports, get exclusive insights and stories you won't hear anywhere else.
Kranky Live Sports Talk is where you can hear the real talk, the hard-hitting questions, and the hottest takes.
So, if you're a true sports fanatic, you don't want to miss out? Subscribe now to the Kranky Live Sports Talk on YouTube and hit that bell icon to never miss an episode.
Kranky Live Sports Talk, where sports come alive. Subscribe today.
Good evening, good evening. This is Kranky, and this is Kranky Live Sports Talk. Welcome to the Watchalong between Arsenal and Liverpool. Arsenal has played 2 games so far on this tour, drew with Bournemouth and beat Man U 2-1. And as you know, they take penalties in the game, so I won't talk about penalties because I'm not sure we should be doing so. But looking forward to today's game, actually. Arsenal has only made one significant purchase to date, and that is Riccardo Calafiori, a centre-half for the Italian national team, who has received a lot of praise from various quarters about his capabilities and abilities. And hopefully he gets a run today. He may not start the game because I think players like Gabriel will come in, who hasn't started the game so far, and play. But hopefully we'll see him today. We're very interested in how he fits into the team. We seem to be accumulating defenders. That seems to be what's paramount nowadays, because and not only defenders but center backs. If you think about the team and where we are and the players we have, Ben White was a center back. We paid 50 mil for him. Saliba, we sent on loan for a few years. We paid about 27 million for him. Gabriel, probably in a similar range in terms of purchase, and they have worked out brilliantly, by the way. Tomiyasu, who is a center back, being very injury prone. Plays center back for his country, but plays left back or right back for us, depending upon our needs. So you're talking about Forde Kivior, who hasn't worked out as well as we would like. I think when we saw him in the World Cup, he looked very, very good, or in Italy, but has some attributes I think are sort of missing from the versatility that you need in that position. Timber, who we acquired, who played center back quite a bit, but was playing when he got injured in the first game, left back basically, and can play right back, so very versatile. And then we have Calafiori. So we're going to have basically 6 center backs. And that's interesting because it's almost like we're mirroring what Man City does. Think about the City team with the Diaz of the world. They had Laporte, who moved on. They have Aki. They have a number of Akanji. Kyle Walker plays center back. They have big, strong, physical, athletic, ball-playing, stone play center back. So almost like Arteta. I'm not sure if he sat down with Pep and they talked about what is the need, what should the attributes be for a defender in today's football, and they probably both agreed what those attributes are. And as such, we're seeing, as it stands now, that that is buying players with these attributes. Really, really interesting, actually. And so one would expect that our purchases in this area should be good. Hey, Gallus, thanks for joining. Pristine, thanks for joining. Thanks for being here. This is, as I alluded to earlier, It's the watch along for the Arsenal versus Liverpool game. I haven't seen Liverpool make too many purchases so far, actually, and not one of note. They have a lot of players, and they have had some outgoings. And when I look to the list of transfers, I don't see any big name player that they've bought. We have only done one to date. I think we still need a center forward. I still think we need a number 8, and we definitely need someone to compete with Saka for the right wing position. But I'm pleased with the team so far. When we played Man U the other day, even though Man U's had injuries and they're trying to regenerate their team, we were the better team. In some instances, by a good distance. If you listen to some of the Man U fans, they thought they were okay in the first 10 to 15 minutes. And when Højlund went off, they went to you know what. So, interesting times. But my view is that this is a big season for Arteta. He's now going to be with us 5 years. Bless up, Eagle Republic. Thanks for joining. He's only won one FA Cup with Emery's team because that was in his first year. That was basically a makeshift team. Aubameyang was the key contributor there. And he spent a lot of money, probably about 400 million counting to date. And we're not winning silverware. It's not like we're talking about Champions League and Premier League, which are key. We haven't won a League Cup. We didn't win an FA Cup. We haven't won a Europa League. So even though I don't think the Kranky will fire him if we don't win this year, because he's building a really good team, questions have to be asked. Now, it looks like we are really making a push to have replacements for every single position. We're set at center back. In fact, we're set in the back line. We probably need a backup keeper because I think Ramsdale will leave. But we're set in the back line. We're not set at center forward because Jesus, who's versatile enough to play it wide also, is not a prolific goal scorer. I mean, he looks good, but he's not prolific. And Ketia probably will be sold. But we need a backup for... We don't have a true 8. I think Nwaneri, to me, has been a baller and been very impressive. And I hope he gets a run. Because Arteta has not brought through one academy player. Press up, Peso, thanks for joining. He has not brought through one academy player. And I heard Robbie and what's his cohort? Cecil being interviewed on another blogger's channel. And they were pushing back on the notion of him bringing through academy players. He hasn't brought through one, not one that he brought through. Now, Smith Rowe was in the team, came earlier, and Ketia, Saka, but he hasn't brought through one player. Now, the big discussion nowadays is the view that, if we sell Smith Rowe, if we sell Nketiah, if we sell Nelson, and by the way, people, and especially those Jamaican fans, Nelson, even though we're not seeing the end product, he looks good, people. If he comes into the national team, he's going to be a contributor. Now, we need some end product for him. And he's not getting to the position to score, but he looks good on the ball. Off the ball, on the ball, he plays offense, he plays defense. He can beat people, can run at people. So, yeah. Why is it wrong game for the Watchalong Float? I don't understand that, Float. Float, I'm confused. Clarify. Please clarify. Bless up, Float. Please clarify. Why is the wrong game? It's Liverpool Arsenal. Probably second and best teams in the EPL, actually. And by the way, people, I just want to make sure you know this. I'm gonna drop a new song tomorrow. I know people are saying Kranky again. Stop, Kranky, stop. You've proven that you're not good at this. Yes, may I drop a new song tomorrow? Well, I'm thinking about dropping tomorrow. It's still I need some work. May I drop a new song? Because those of you who are Jamaicans in the chat, and I know some people are not or in the chat, you hear about the new coach we have, which I'm going to talk about tomorrow. So tomorrow's show, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the under 20, and I'm going to talk about the new coach, and I'm going to drop my new song. Oh, all right, Fluid. Yeah, I'm not a Real Madrid fan. I like their football, but I'm not a real fan. But I hope you have fun at the game. It's good to go to those games, actually. I hope that one day they'll bring the league games to the States versus just giving us preseason games. I know people in England are adamant that that should not be the case. I should say in Europe, not just I think La Liga will do it before Premier League does, but they have to understand that the money is no longer in England. The money's outside England. The money's in Asia. The money's in the US, and they have to satisfy the audience. And people here are just as passionate about the team as people in England. People in England will say it's our team, and therefore it should cater to us. So yeah. All right, Floyd. Well, I hope you have a great time, Floyd. Hope you have a wonderful time at the game. It's always fun to go to those games. I didn't go to a game this year. I thought about going down to Philly, but I got turned off by the prices for a preseason game. And it wasn't even about me not being able to pay for it. It's just I think they're overcharging people here for games which are friendlies. I think it's ridiculous. Those games cost even more than go to an EPL game, frankly. Much more in some instances, which is not right, I believe. At least for decent seats. I can't sit up in the where you can in what I call the nosebleed section. So yeah. Welcome, Steve McLaren. Get the ball rolling September live in the Stadium to watch Jamaica Cuba Nations League. Yeah. Look, I mean, as you can tell, I've said it before. When I interviewed Rudolph, he said, we're going to be happy and almost we're going to be impressed. And Steve is a good man. Would he be my first choice? No. But my philosophy is we got to support the team. So if he's the coach, doesn't make sense we go on and go all carried away and beat. My view, and he seemed like he's signing a 2-year contract, so it's just until the World Cup. The JFF should start looking for a new coach by now, tomorrow actually, or today. When you sign a coach, the next day you should be looking for a new coach. You should have a list of 4 or 5 people, so you don't have to rush out when things don't go right and try to figure out who's the next person. And you should be thinking long term, because if you sign a 2-year contract, then what happens after 2 years? What way does the football go? Who's going to be coming to be the coach? And what's their philosophy going to be? And we don't have a footballing philosophy, which is very disappointing. And we don't seem like we'd ever have one. Yeah, Eagle Republic is overpriced. It's ridiculous. And I was just like, I'm not going. It's almost like me protesting, right? I thought about going. I was like, you know what? I'm not going because they're being ridiculous. Ridiculous. And I like to sit at the halfway line, one level up. So not on the first level, because sometimes I want to see the whole feel and the strategy and the style of play and the system they employ and how they move the pieces around, almost like it's on a chessboard. And I look at the price, I'm like, oh, that's ridiculous. Why are we doing this? So I did go down to Orlando when they were in Orlando last time, actually, to watch the games, which was a lot of fun. A lot of people there, a lot of fun. But this year I decided, you know what? No, I'm not going to do it. But it should be a fun game. I think Arsenal is playing the game as if they want to win these games. All right. Yeah. You know what? What's funny about this Peso? I was told right after Hagrimson left that Steve McLaren was the person. And people don't hear me come on and say certain things sometimes because I always want to have evidence to substantiate what I'm being told. But I was told this. And I was told that the players like the coach. So they had a discussion with the players out there, by the way, people. Since nothing is secret around here, and I always want to maintain confidentiality because that's how I live my life. But I was told this Peso a long time ago that he was the front runner. So when people are saying that they're going through this process, they have 5 coaches and they're narrowing down the coach list. So how I have known this like 3 weeks plus ago, and you're saying you went through all this process? I think the decision was made 3 weeks ago. Everybody probably went through the formality of looking through the list and making a decision. And I didn't bring that up on my channel and say, oh, I know this and I know that, because that's not how I operate. But it was really interesting, actually, to see that what I was told 3.5 weeks ago actually worked out to be the case, and that he's the new coach. He's a good person. I will say that Rudolph actually did say that he wanted somebody who was both a manager and a coach. No, Press, I'm telling you the truth. Somebody told me this 3 weeks ago. Not only that, they said the players supported him being the coach. So let me just say that out clear. The players supported him being the coach. So they talked to the players. They talked up to the players, right? It's not as if they did it secretly behind the players' back. They talked to the players. Players may not come out and say anything, but they had the players' approval for the coach. So when you hear people say, well, we can't talk to players and all that, then if that's the case, then they're not telling the truth because the players were consulted. And they were consulted. I probably made a suggestion that this may be a possibility. I don't know what the discussions were, but I heard Steve McLaren 3.5 weeks ago. So the names I heard, so let me just throw it out there, because there are some people going and talk about these things, and I try to stay away until I have evidence, was Dwight York, Steve McLaren, Steve Bruce, Paul Ince. Those are the main names I heard, at least from England. Right? Ince background. That's what I heard. So anyway. I don't have any well, if I'm giving confidential information, you only hear it after the fact, don't you? You can't say Kranky disclosed something he shouldn't have disclosed. Right? You cannot say that. Andre, good evening. How you doing? Can't hear you, Andre. Can't hear you.
Yeah, I was listening to you. How you doing, Kranky?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. So people don't tell the truth, Andre, about me knowing this 3.5 weeks. Just because I don't come out and say these things, people tell me something in confidence. It's in confidence. They didn't say go broadcast it. They say I'm gonna tell you this in confidence. Hold it under your hat. That's how you're supposed to operate as a person. And by the way, people, as I said before, may I drop my song tomorrow and ready for prime time, but may I give you a sample light because some of these things need to be called out. Me talk about some of these things. It's not okay to have people molds in the organization, as I call it sometimes. So, but look, it is what it is. Yeah, maybe that's what's part of the thought process. But Paul Ince doesn't really come to Jamaica, right? I've never heard Paul Ince in Jamaica. Paul has been an interesting character, right? Brilliant player when he played, but he hasn't stayed any place for more than a few years. He's like a nomad coach. Now McLaren has been involved at different levels and different areas as a coach. So McLaren's a good person. Let's be fair. But as you guys know, when I was saying, he's not Spanish, so they wanted a Spanish coach. I'm dying for a Spanish coach to build a relationship with Spain, to build a relationship with the clubs. I was hoping that we get a Spanish coach. So then, therefore, not only for the national team, but for the youth team. What is it that they do so well, which bring through all these players? Can we learn from that Spanish coach? Can we leverage their intellect, their ability, their knowledge, their contacts, their relationships? Can we do that? That's what I thought we should be doing. I know people are just talking about World Cup, and that's fine. That coach is to get up to the World Cup. So, yeah. And I'm looking at the screen. See Harvard starting. We're wearing a very interesting kit. It's a very multicolored kit. Very interesting.
You don't like it?
Do I like it? No. No, I don't like it.
Well, yeah. That means you're going to save some money.
Why? Because I'm not going to buy it? Well, that may not be the main. I hope he's not the main kid. For what sake. I hope he's not the main kid.
Probably not.
Because I would not be buying that kid. No. That kid looked like somebody just throws some colors on a piece of paper and come up with something that's noisy. I'm not buying that kid. Not happening. So people, if you just join and you come in, hit the like button as you come in, people. You know the routine. You know how this works. But we're here to watch the Liverpool versus Arsenal. I'm curious about this game because I think what Arteta does really well, people, which people don't seem to realize, I think he treats these games as if they're real games, even though he makes changes. He always makes his change after every last game. Man U made about 11 changes. He made very few changes initially, and he brought on people because you know how he likes to be. He's like Wenger, make changes late in game. But I'm curious to see how this game goes and how he treats the game because he's always very much focused on making sure that we play with a certain standard continuously. So hopefully we'll see a good game. Oh, someone says the warm-up kits. Okay. They shouldn't be warm-up kits. Sorry. They don't even fit to be warm-up kits. If that's the warm-up kit, I thought the game was supposed to be 7:30, actually. Those warm-up kits are not. The Jamaica warm-up kits look real good. And see Robbie always wearing it. That's a warm-up kit. Right? That's a warm-up kit. That's not a warm-up. That warm-up kit needs revisiting, frankly. They must be experimenting. Maybe that's what they're doing. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the game. Hope we play Well, everybody's fighting for a spot anyway, so people will try to play well. Kranky, being a member of the new media, you're allowed to break news provided by a source who provided the information based on the promise of anonymity. Yeah, the person didn't tell me I have to keep it confidential, but I assume based on what they told me when they told me that it should be, right? That's what when they told me, I was like, okay, they weren't telling me to go. They didn't say, you know what, you can go say this, and unless I get that clarity and that perspective from them, I'm not gonna try to break it. But yeah, people may think that Kranky just making this up. No, I heard Steve McLaren 3 weeks ago, and it worked out that way. And I thought when Rudolph told me that I'm going to be very pleased and happy, I thought he was because I've always talked about Spanish coach. I was hoping he'd go that direction, but that wasn't the case. But maybe Steve McLaren's pedigree, his playing background, his coaching background, what he has done working with England, working with Man U, working in different parts of Europe, maybe why they view him that way. So bless up, John. Thanks for joining. So I'm not going to beat anybody even though I can't say I'm ecstatic. I'm okay. I'm not ecstatic. I think this is one of those I call tactical move. It's not a strategic move. It's one where I'm trying to get somebody for just one job, and that's it. So what does Steve do between periods when we're not playing any games? Does he just go on the beach? What does he do? Or is he going to go to England and recruit players? Right? Because we need to recruit players. We need. Well, so let me put some breaking news then. Well, that's not breaking news. Everybody know this. I don't know actually paper plate, but here's my view on that paper plate. And I said this yesterday on my channel, which is you can't stay on your couch and recruit. You got to go look for people. They should be looking right now to recruit today for a new coach. Tomorrow or a year from now. If McLaren get up and leave, who are the list of people we should be pursuing? Do your investigation now about a coach who's going to be able to come and implement our footballing philosophy, how we want to play, style of play. Go find a coach now. So if you're going to get rid of McLaren 2 years from now because you have a 2-year contract, unless he's that impressive, you know where you're going. People who do real recruiting, they have a list of people they want to pursue if things don't go a certain way, or who they may want to bring in the day after they make a hire. That's why Brighton is so good. That's why Brighton is so brilliant. That's why I love Brighton as an organization, how they run. They probably have 4 or 5 coaches they're comfortable with to bring in when De Bercy was leaving. They weren't struggling. They never struggle. When Potter left, they had De Bercy right away. They don't struggle. Go ahead. Hey, Andre, I see the team here. Let me just name this out quickly.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get it up on my.
Yeah, Zinchenko, Kirill, Gabriel, and White in defense. Odegaard, Partey, and Havertz in midfield. Martinelli, Jesus, and Nelson up front. I wonder if that's the starting team apart from. Yeah, and Nelson's playing a lot, Andre.
They're probably going to play about 60 minutes. Those guys probably going to play about 60 minutes.
That's how he operates, isn't it?
Yeah.
But Nelson's starting almost every game. I know Saka is not there, and they may not have a. He could have played Vieira out there, which he's been doing. But it's interesting that Nelson's starting almost every single game, and playing well, but no finished product yet.
But Vieira is a difficult. That's got to be difficult for him because he's good enough to be in that team. And I am not. Well, not that I'm not. I mean, they have good players, very good players in the starting 11, but they're commanding minutes, like especially on the right side. That sometimes, you figure that other people could come in and give you a little bit more. So, but we're gonna see. There's a tough preseason test here. This is the last game, right?
Yeah, they go back to England and they play Leverkusen.
Right.
Mid next week. I did recognize Salah, because he cut off his hair. He cut off that bush he had up there.
I don't know if if you saw today that Trinidad and Tobago is searching for a new coach.
Maybe they can go hire Dwight York.
Maybe the timing is quite interesting in terms of Jamaica announcing a coach today and Trinidad announcing that they gonna start the process for a new coach.
Trinidad say, you know what, Jamaica can't one up us.
Maybe they was interviewing together. I don't know.
So they're gonna take the one that Jamaica didn't take.
Yeah.
They're gonna take Steve Bruce.
Hey, you never know. You never know. But it's a good opportunity for Dwight York to throw his hat in the ring. I don't know if he will, but
Yeah, should be interesting.
Because he had some comments that he made regarding White. I think somebody asked him in an interview why he haven't been involved with Trinidad, and he said that that they have never reached out to him. So it's a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he said that in an interview.
Has he reached out to them?
Well, that's the thing, right? I mean, if you take
reaching out is a two-way street, you know.
Right. If you you were saying a few weeks ago that the GFF should have gone after who they wanted, not who sent in resume, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So he's probably thinking the same in that regard. But then at the same token, Jamaica didn't reach out to him. I don't think. There's no evidence that they reached out to him in regard to. I just love it when I see Partey on the pitch for this team.
Yep,
I just know.
Same here.
Yeah, I just know that they're gonna be good in the midfield.
Yeah. So someone.
One of the things Partey would have struggled. Partey, Mesut Ozil, and Mesut Ozil took a little bit of stick fight in England a lot, maybe for different reasons, but their mannerism in the game, like here in North America, people can't understand it because they are not running around 100 miles an hour.
Right.
But they read the game so well, and they're so clever that they make it look very easy. And I think once you're not running around, I think people struggle with that.
So you know what my name for Ozil was?
What?
Lazy.
No, he was not. Go back. I will encourage you to go back and see if you can see his stats.
No, I saw his stats. I've seen his stats.
He's always among the top guys or the top numbers in regards to distance covered.
Yeah, run around with no purpose when he's on defense.
No, don't say that. Mesut Ozil.
Andre, I'm telling you, Andre.
No, don't say that. Don't say that.
Arsenal coming forward. Bad mistouch by Jesus. There was a brilliant playing by Arsenal. We look good in preseason. We look good. Ozil was lazy. Ozil made it look like it was running 24/7. His kilometers look really, really good. Watch his game and watch how he plays defense or don't play defense. I'm telling you, when I used to be on Apollo's channel, Arsenal 101, I think they're doing a watch-along also. Mm-hmm. We should talk about this quite a bit. You watch his entirety of his game and how he plays. He waves on defense. And yes, he's a brilliant footballer, but he was lazy.
I don't think he was lazy. It was just his manner.
Lazy. I call him lazy. I didn't have another name for him.
How could he be lazy? You should like the shirt. It have green in it. It have red in it. You should like it.
Oh, good shot. Who took that shot a while ago? Was Martinelli. Martinelli.
You're a few seconds ahead of me.
So here's the question, though, with this, which is Havertz going back to midfield? Well, Rice is going to play. And I think if Partey stays, brilliant pass at Partey, but he's offside. Come on, Jesus. Why would he be offside there? Come on. That's a brilliant pass by Partey. That's what I'm talking about. That's what Rice doesn't have in his locker.
Yeah. Yep.
Right? That's what Rice doesn't have. The ability to survey the field in 2 seconds and make the right pass with the right pace to the right person. That's brilliant. That's hard to do.
He does. He can do everything that Rice does, plus this.
Yep.
Which you just saw there.
Rice doesn't go forward. And people say, Rice is brilliant. Good player. I call him good defender. He carries the ball well sometimes, but making that pass in the final third. That was almost a goal a while ago. The keeper hesitated. That's what Jesus does well enough. Pressured him. Yeah. That could have ricocheted in the goal. That was not good by the keeper.
By the way,
wow.
Your nemesis is here.
Who's my nemesis?
I
won't say anything, but yeah, he's here.
Yadi has arrived.
Young King said Main or Rice. Yeah, Rice is not offensively. Rice, we need to work on his game. No passes between the line.
Look at the press. The press is brilliant.
The press is suffocating. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if that was that's what I like about Onana. If that was an honor, he would just beat him, you know. He would just play it around him, right? He would just fake it and then go around him.
I don't think the Man United fans always appreciate that.
Yeah, but they gotta appreciate footballers.
Yeah.
And what Anana does is he's press resistant. It's hard for keepers to be press resistant. He's press resistant. Now he's gonna make a mistake one day, it's gonna cost him, because you know how that works. A forward gets smart and say, you know what, I'm not going for the shot, I'm not going for the fake. He's gonna get in trouble.
Is there any relationship in your mind between how the preseason go, the results of games, versus how the season go? When we look at last preseason, the last game against United, that's a game that Arsenal lost, right?
No, they won.
No, not this season, last preseason.
Oh, last season, yes. It's not the result, it's how you play. Right? Because remember, you're going to make a lot of changes, right? How did my first team play? And what some of the performance of the other players? Especially if you're third or fourth preseason game, you want to look at how you play. Because that's going to translate. Because you're not going to make a ton of changes in normal games. We just don't do that. We're going to play our best 11. The question is, how did you really play?
Right.
And I think last year, I went down to Orlando. It wasn't last year, it was the year before, actually, to watch us play against Chelsea. And I could tell from that game, we're going to be awesome. We beat them 4-0, but it was just not the score. It was how we dominated play. They had a good team. Right? They had Sterling and all those players, huh?
Yeah, I was at that game. They were very good at that game.
Yeah. They were excellent.
They were very, very good in that game.
Yeah, Liverpool is good on the counter.
Actually, that's when I met this boy, Arsenal fan TV. What's his name?
Robbie?
Yeah.
No, I didn't meet Robbie. I met Troop, actually. That's why I have a picture with Troop. You saw my thing. I met Troop down there. They go to all the games, as you know. So
yeah, I met Robbie on the way to the walking into the stadium.
Okay.
I have a good little picture with both of us.
So Liverpool is attacking. It's going to be a good game, actually. I think, the league starts, in a couple of weeks? So people got to get their game up and get ready for the first game. You don't want the way things are going, if you're Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, you don't want to drop any points anytime soon.
Let me just, maybe there's some misunderstanding in this YouTube space. Have I ever given you the impression I'm looking for a job, Kranky?
No.
People keep recommending me for jobs. I'm not looking for a job. I'm quite comfortable in the space that I'm in right now.
They say Andre Wisdom is the leading candidate to replace Eve latest.
Yeah. They're making up names now.
Yeah. Well, it may be Andre is smart. That's the wisdom, is not the name, the last name.
Yeah, it could be. But I don't know why I'm being linked.
If we think about the Caribbean and Trinidad, for example, I would say there's fall off across the Caribbean in a lot of different areas, but Trinidad just like a precipice they drop off.
Yeah,
think about athletics, for example, like track and field.
Yeah,
Trinidad was up there. You go way back when with Trinidad from what's his name, Ace the Crawford days back to all the athletes you've had, and all of a sudden, I don't know what happened.
It's something happened, and it doesn't seem you'd hope that this current administration would get it together and get the country back on the path. It seems that nobody really believed that we should be up there.
Yeah.
Right, because in the press release today, the conversation is, something that I've been saying for 2 years, that we need to have the government on board, the stakeholders, everybody. We need leadership in order to try to qualify for the World Cup, right? And at this stage, this is the first time I've heard anybody speak about that, right? So they're saying now that they're making a change because they need to have the stakeholders on board and the government and the this and the that. And is it too late? I don't know.
So they're going to go out and get a big name coach.
Well,
Yeah, they're gonna go out and get a big name.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. But do they? If they made that announcement today and they're now starting the search as they suggested, if that information is accurate and there's a game on, I think on September the 6th or something like that, early September,
right?
That's not a lot of time. So one would think that they probably know who is going to get already. That's why I was joking just now that they might have been interviewing.
That's what I'm saying. Jamaica knew who they're going to get 3 weeks ago, Andre.
Yeah.
They just are lining up the timeline with what they said, right?
Yeah.
They knew they're going to get 3 weeks ago.
But
just to make the process look like it's a very involved process.
Well, you could under promise and over deliver, right? That's always a good thing.
Yep. That's what you probably should do, actually.
Yeah. So they could have announced that, since then. But I'm sure there's things that needed to happen behind the scenes.
Hey, people, the game's a little bit scrappy. Both teams turning the ball over with not a lot of pressure. It's really a preseason game so far. Not been impressed with the playing so far. Maybe it's because of the quality of the two teams and the pressure they put on defensively. I think both teams are pressing, which makes it really tough. Liverpool is pressing with a 1-4-1-4, actually, which is interesting. And sometimes they change it up. I just love Partey as a footballer. I wonder if he's going to get game time this year. When he comes back, are they playing Rice at the 8 and playing him at the 6? How is that working?
Right. Well, I think he needs to be on the pitch, right?
Who did Rice pass that ball? Who did he pass the ball to a while ago?
To Liverpool.
I have no idea who White passed the ball to a while ago. It doesn't make any sense to me.
So you see what I remember a period of time I had a goalkeeper. When you play out the back, he would often pass the ball to the opponent. And
so why is he playing out the back?
Well, no. I mean, we're learning, but hear what? I looked at him one day, and I went to him and I said, is there a problem that telling me about that we don't understand? Because it just looked like he was sure he was passing the ball to the right person. You know what I found out? That he was colorblind.
Oh.
So sometimes he used to have trouble making out who. That was crazy.
Okay. That is crazy.
Yeah, when you coach young kids, you sometimes they won't tell you what's going on, right?
Right. Yeah. The press is getting to us, The press is giving us problems.
Yeah, Liverpool press too. So
they press hard and they press high.
Yeah, they press hard.
Yeah, they used to be vicious with their pressing. They cooled it off after a while because they were burning out mid-season. But yeah, their pressing is giving us some problems actually. And you gotta when you press like that, you gotta move. You have to move the ball quick, and you gotta move yourself quickly. Yeah, the press is giving us a hard time actually. I hope we get Nelson this window coming. I hope he gets his Jamaica papers. But he and so I was told people. So this is not breaking news, but I was told that we should be getting Mason Greenwood this September. We should be getting Nelson this September. We'll see how that works out. Like 3 or 4 players. We'll see how that works out.
You gotta know what to do with them when you get them.
Well, we're gonna have this competition for places, right? Which you want. So then anybody decided they want to come, you're just like, okay, next up. Or you can make changes in games and people know they have to play their best or they won't be on the field. Some people can stroll through games. They can no longer stroll through games because you have ample replacement.
So I think last night I was listening to somebody and they had one of the presidents on from one of the parishes, and I think
Martinelli, take the shot, Martinelli. Come on. Take the shot. You had a shot there. You don't have to cut him 3 and 4 times. That's a Brazilian thing, and I gotta get it perfect.
That's about the same place that that boy's scored from.
Brilliant play. Saka is Salah in? Goal by Salah. We got caught out, and that was poor by us. Brilliant goal by Liverpool. After Martinelli played with the ball, lost the ball, and they countered. Brilliant counter. We committed ourselves. Zinchenko is out to play. He's not running back. Nobody's in Salah's world. That was poor on our part. Ball played over the top. 1, 2, and Zinchenko don't play defense. He's way behind the play. That's where Zinchenko becomes a liability. That was his man. Good goal by Liverpool. And poor defending, but Zinchenko can't defend himself, so he doesn't read the play to get behind Salah.
You know what this goal?
Poor.
You know what this goal remind me of? When we lost to City the season before, and came.
You mean when the ball played top to De Bruyne and he laid down to Haaland?
When Haaland laid down to Kevin, I think it was.
Yeah. He laid down to Haaland. Yeah. He played up to De Bruyne to Haaland back to Arteta. Yes.
That's a similar goal.
Yeah. That's Zinchenko. His man just run past him. That's all Zinchenko to me. That's Zinchenko. Now, you could say Saliba should be covering in some way, shape, or form, but Zinchenko got beaten. He didn't recognize the play, didn't recognize it, and that's the problem. That's why he shouldn't play left back.
Well, sometimes these games need something to settle, right?
Yeah.
So
it's a brilliant counter. Liverpool press is high and hard. We're struggling with the press. You got to beat the first line of the press. That's what you got to do. Beat the first line. But you know what? They're bringing their second line up close enough to not give you no space between the first and second line.
Right.
So then you got to think going real deep then. But then their third line is that have just enough space to give them some breathing room. Really interesting how they're playing. They're doing their press, actually. They're playing hard. They're playing like a regular season game. Yeah, they're playing hard. People are fighting for their places, I guess. I see Carvalho on the left side for them. I see Arteta very frustrated. You need people like Timber out there when you have press like this. You need people who are very comfortable. Kiwior is not comfortable.
He has reason
press like this. That's not his thing. Good ball top by Zinchenko to Martinelli. We have nobody in the middle. Where's Jesus? Oh, that was close. That was close. Good pass into Odegaard. A little bit less pace on the ball, and he'll be in and goal. Good build up by Arsenal. Yeah. Well, not necessarily less pace on the ball. It was too close between the defender and Odegaard. But good comeback by Arsenal, actually. But Liverpool is playing like it's a regular season game.
It's 20 minutes in. The last 15 minutes or so has been the way that Liverpool like the game to be, right?
Yep.
Liverpool doesn't like that organization in the game. They like it to be a little bit chaotic. So
Arsenal won the ball. Odegaard trying to go cute. He can't get there. We won the ball back up field, but Liverpool does a good job.
Yeah, they get numbers around the ball defensively.
Yeah.
A lot of numbers.
You can tell that they're training hard.
The league might be different this year. We know that City don't have a lot of guys back, but the preseason results, they've been conceding goals. They normally start slow in the beginning of the season, and that could be the difference because Liverpool is not going to give up, you know.
Saliba caught out again. We are open again. That's not good. There's no reason for us Saliba to be that far upfield, getting caught out like that. And we're not dealing with Liverpool's pressure really well. We're not recognizing how hard they're pressing and playing the ball quicker. Especially when Jesus get it or Nelson get it, or in some instances when Martinelli gets it. They're crowding us with 2 or 3 people. You gotta look for the pass way before you even the ball is in your vicinity. Saliba is making too much tackle way upfield. Let Partey make the tackle. Let Havertz make the tackle. That's not your tackle, Saliba. People, if you haven't done so, please hit the like button.
Maxwell is asking you to stop crying. He thinks you're crying.
I don't know how to cry. Maybe you can tell me what does crying look like? Yes, Claude. I wouldn't call it. If it's an Arsenal Liverpool game, I wouldn't call it a love fest.
is that deliberate by Claudine to spell Arsenal in that way? What does she mean? Or is it an error?
I don't know. Maybe she meant something else.
Yeah.
No, preseason. Look, Liverpool, they're getting behind us. Or Kyrier was too slow. That's the problem. You can't play Kyrier with he's too slow to be a left back or center back. He's just too slow. You can play Italy, but nobody's playing that counter-attacking football.
I do believe we need a right back.
We ain't getting we have a right back. We have Timber.
Well, yeah. Well, when I say we need one, we need somebody in that position.
Yeah. We're taking risks, boy. We're playing out. We're taking risks. Here's my thing about playing out from the back. If I'm not going to go anywhere, why am I doing it? Unless I know I'm going to beat, when I beat this, I have a chance to get upfield. Nelson, 1-2, Nelson. Nelson with the ball, going wide, trying to go by his man. Brilliant cross by Nelson. Oh, that was close. Brilliant cross by Nelson. That can't be a goalkeeper referee. What, you think Jesus played that outside? Really? Great ball by Odegaard to Nelson. And that was close to being in on the goal. We worked it out from the back, though. Brilliant. Nelson's been playing really good in preseason. Now, I think Jesus kicked that out. Even though he's protesting. Yeah, he kicked that out. He probably should not. If he had tried to take the ball, he probably would have taken it away from the defender,
He's a little interesting in front of the goal.
You mean he's like Nunez?
Yeah, a little bit like that. That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
The goal is too small.
And you got a goal the other night, and you hear the manager in his post conference trying to give him confidence, right? And here he goes again. He almost won it again off the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
He would play for me, and he'd play regular.
Who would play regular?
Jesus.
He's a good player and versatile player, right? He's got to score more goals, though. That's the problem. He's got to score more goals.
Right. But that work that he's willing to do up top.
Oh yeah, no. It's probably maybe Nunez is there with him, but he and Nunez ridiculous pressing. They both are similar because they both can hit the target.
Arteta watch look a little heavy on his hand there.
Yeah, you mean it's expensive?
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
It's good money.
Luxury watch.
This game is a very physical game for a preseason game.
Yeah. It means something. I mean, these two teams when they play each other is, Yeah,
that was a good goal by Salah. He was very calm in front of the goal. You can see him slowing down, his mind slowing down, his pace slowing down. Yeah.
What's the boy name that was he from Russia? Did Arsenal have a player from Russia? What's the boy name?
Yeah. Wow.
Arshavin.
Yes, Arshavin.
You remember that game that ended up 3-3, I think, against Liverpool?
Wasn't it 4? I thought he scored 4.
Was it 4? And he scored 4.
I thought it was 4 actually. He scored 4. I think it was 4.
Yeah, that was a game. As a matter of fact, I'm probably gonna watch that tonight.
Trevor said Liverpool to the world.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if they win this game. They have a player hurt. Somebody gonna get hurt in this game. I'm telling you, the game is physical. Too physical for a preseason game.
Yeah,
they're going in. And see, what's his name is hurt, right? The left back. Looks like he can get up anytime soon.
Liverpool approach to the game, and it doesn't seem as though it's going to change much.
Nope.
From when Klopp was there.
Yeah.
And look, some of these guys trying to impress, right?
Yep. They have Cavalli on the left. Diaz is fixing that position. There is no Van Dijk is not there. So Kwanzaa and what's the other guy's name isn't it? So they want to be in the squad. They want to be considered for starting places. So yeah. So
I wonder how long some of these teams are going to be without their players. August 17, isn't that a later start than normal for the EPL?
I think last year we started a little bit earlier, but
yeah, I think the Olympics is probably have something to do with that, and
possibly. We are pressing though. We're pressing hard, but they're doing a good job of beating the press. Actually, I think they probably work on this. Can you imagine if they're pressing team? They probably work on this in practice, don't they?
Right. Well, when you when you're if you're working on playing out on the back, you while the focus would be playing out to the back, the secondary thing that's going to happen is the pressing, right?
Yeah.
To make it realistic. So, and they're going to press in practice the way they're going to press in the game. So, or the way the opponent would press based on the research.
Yeah. See, when teams, that's a foul. When good move by Carvalho. When teams get the ball on us, we go very deep sometimes. We go almost like low block when teams start. I don't know why we have to go low block. Right? I don't see Liverpool doing that. They're still coming at us.
To avoid what just happened, right?
Yeah, but I don't have to go low block. We'll go mid block, right? I don't have to go low block.
Yeah, but the space behind, if the space behind, if you talk to a center back or any defender, when there's space behind the back and that ball is played into that space is no longer space, right? It becomes dangerous space. So
yeah, but the thing that we have done, that Man City does, as you know, is we've got 6 center back who are athletic, right?
Uh-huh.
So that means you say, I'm gonna take a risk. I trust my center back to deal with your forwards one-on-one, so I can take more risk and be up on you because you play it behind. I'm Saliba and Gabriel, or no Timber and Ricardo Calafiori. They're gonna be able to deal with it one-on-one.
If you have strikers with pace, it's frightening nevertheless.
Yeah, but that's what City does.
And some defenders just don't like to defend one-on-one.
Yeah.
Oh, Arsenal walked out of there.
I think I've been confusing Saliba with Gabriel, actually. It's been Gabriel. I'm trying to make sure I see that right. It's been Gabriel. It's left footer. I'm calling him Saliba for some reason. I'm not sure why I did that. I was wondering why they get behind so easily. And Gabriel like to tackle upfield. Saliba is much more...
Maybe for the same reasons we discussed today.
Could be. I just realized it's not Saliba, it's Gabriel, actually. Saliba is not on the field. But no, I mean, it's Liverpool is mixing up their defense. Right now, they're not pressing, right? Or they're doing a half press. Or they're setting you up to say, you know what? I'm going to let you play a little bit, and then I'm going to attack you.
So they're ready to go. Here to go.
Yeah. So now you should be able to go over the top. That's what I'm talking about. You should be able to go over the top and go long. But we just go over the top and play the ball to them.
But maybe they don't want to preseason, right?
Look, my view is you got to force people to change their defense. So if they want to press you high, you go over the top. They have to make a change.
Why are you asking Arsenal to play K&H football, as you dubbed it?
No. It's not K&H. It's strategic.
No, this game is quite different from the last game.
Liverpool is pressing like crazy.
Yeah,
so now we have the ball. We're not attacking with speed. Go wide to Martinelli. Go put him in and go. Brilliant pass. Cross it now. Cross the ball one time, Martinelli. That's ridiculous. You got to take 2 touches. What nonsense is that? That's what Martinelli doesn't have a brain. Doesn't have a footballing brain.
That should have been.
The ball should be crossed one time. You don't have to touch the ball again. You touch it again, you make the defense, and that's why people don't like Martinelli's brain, because he's not a footballing brain. He crossed the ball one time as a tapping for Jesus. That's frustrating to watch. You don't have to take another touch. Look at this. He's not offside. Ball is going to play into him. Jesus is there up front. Martinelli is behind. So he cross the ball one time right there. One time cross. The second touch, the defender recovers. We don't score. That's Martinelli's fault. That
ball could have been played.
One-time cross is a tap in.
Yeah.
In fact, when you touch the ball, it becomes now the angle cut off for you more. The keeper has a better chance to reach the ball. So do the defenders. You press the ball one time, they have no chance to get back.
2-3 months into the preseason, you'll be better at that.
No, that's how he plays football. No, don't say it's not going to be better. He's been doing this for 4 years now. It's nonsense. Your brain is supposed to work better. You should be taught better. He keeps doing it.
He plays for Arsenal now. He's been taught.
Well, he's been taught well. He just doesn't learn well. Martin has been doing this forever. He keeps his head down looking for money when he's dribbling. It's frustrating watching that nonsense.
So here's Havertz playing in an 8 role, and he's been out of the game.
Yeah.
He's not involved at all.
I'm just trying to look at it. Yeah, he's not involved. And Jesus going back to turn the ball over. It should have been 2-0 actually. They just missed. It should have been 2-0.
Yeah, I don't blame.
I don't know why Jesus want to go play. Why he wants to go play the 6. Why is it? Why? No, he shouldn't be that deep. He's drawing the defense down more into the team. They're pressing you. You're center forward down there, meaning they're going to bring more people forward. You're going to have less room to maneuver the ball in midfield.
Yeah, but he's got to track his guy, right?
No. I'm talking about when we had the ball. He came back to get the ball. What's Jesus doing there? You draw the defenders now, so now the press can be better compact because you're so deep in your own territory. He always wants to touch the ball. He's not a center forward. That's not how center forward think. If he plays deep, the defense have to respect him. So then we have more room to maneuver the ball. It's frustrating watching people not thinking football.
So they have a corner coming in, and I want to ask you something after the corner. Look, the truth is, Liverpool is looking more lively at the moment. They're playing with more intensity. So where did the goal score from just now? What side of the pitch?
You mean Salah?
No, Salah scored. Where did the ball go over the top?
It went over the top. Oh, it's on the left side, wasn't it? On Salah's side. It was played between the center half and, well, I was going to say Zinchenko, but Zinchenko wasn't in the play. It was his mark. Salah just run by him.
I think the difference in the game here right now is
energy. Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool is playing with a little bit more intensity there.
Yeah,
they're attacking every ball.
But we should score the Martinelli goal. That's what the counter does. We should score that goal. There is no reason to take another touch. None. That is so frustrating to watch in football. Martinelli is still doing that. I watch Gray for Jamaica. It's one thing Gray does really well. That ball is going to come in on a dime for the center forward to put in the net. If I'm Jesus, I'm like, Arteta, why you ever take another touch? It's crazy. Another touch was not warranted there.
All right.
So what? They're on a cooling break, as they call it. Whatever fancy name they call it. But you guys announced a new coach today. What do you expect to happen?
You mean Jamaica?
In the short term, yeah. Jamaica announced a new coach. What do you expect to happen in the short term?
In terms of what the coach is going to do?
Well, between now and the 6th,
Well, I would expect that one is he's got to go to Jamaica and get acclimated with the country and the people and the environment, because they say they want to coach on the ground. I know what on the ground means, because the players are all based in Europe, are 90% based in Europe. I think that's on the ground to me. Where he should be is in England, going around, talking to players, get their perspective, trying to do some recruiting, try to understand the team. He may have done so already, because I assume that in the interview process, he can articulate the team, what they do well, what they don't do well, how we play, things of that nature. But I expect him to go meet the JFF, get acclimated. He's got to be both a practical person and a politician, right? He's got to know who he's dealing with, understand the landscape of what's out there, who are the person they're dealing with, who are the key decision makers, who are the key influencers. Go meet them, talk to them, understand what is required. He should know what's required because he went through the process, and how he's going to accomplish. What are the things that are not working well? How the players interview the players, talk to the players, understand the administrators, and even get some sense from the community of stakeholders as to how things are. And then he can figure out where to go from there. But also do some recruiting at the same time.
Well, in the last coach, in Coach Halgenson exit interview, I think it was in the media, I think in one of the conversations, he mentioned the work he has done and the database he's leaving behind and that kind of stuff.
Right.
So that should be helpful to him. Do you think he have enough time to really understand what he's working with and how we want to play, and understand a little bit about the region and who the opponents are and how to play? I think he has enough time.
I don't think international coaches ever have enough time. But having said that, You have one series of game for Nations League in September. You have
Right.
a long break in between then.
Right.
He should take that time, what I call acclimation time.
Who
Right.
did Jamaica play? Cuba and who? Is it Cuba?
They play Cuba September 6th, yeah.
And who after that?
I don't remember the other game, but I know they play Cuba, yeah.
Okay.
Liverpool attacking. We're in the 34th minute. Liverpool leading Arsenal by 1-0. They probably should have scored 2, and they probably score another goal a while. They just scored another goal. 2-0 Liverpool. Brilliant goal by they dominated. Brilliant goal by Liverpool.
Arsenal just looking all over the place.
They look lost. Yeah, Kyrier is not a center back. Kyrier should be down there. The ball play 1-on-1 with Ben White down the line. Jota has it. Comes inside. Ball play over the top to Salah. He comes inside. Ball plays. Jesus trying, I don't know what Jesus was trying to do. Brilliant pass over the top. Good goal by Carvalho. Yeah, good goal. We just look totally lost. And Havertz shouldn't be out there because he's lost.
Yeah,
he's taking up space.
He's probably back too early.
Yeah, he's taking up space. That's a real good goal over there. That was,
Yes, could be tired, but they're watching.
Yeah, it's a good goal. We look poor.
They're watching
the game. Not good at all.
It's a bit different to people are stretching in and
but at least when they get in front of goal, they know what they're doing. I don't know what Martinelli's doing. When he gets that ball should have been crossed for a goal to Jesus. Those things are not forgivable.
I mean, you want to see.
Oh, someone says, "Are we playing Honduras as a second team?"
King Jeff Honduras in the second game.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Is that home or away?
The Cuba's at home. I don't know where Honduras is.
Well, Honduras is probably.
So I just get this. I was reading this article from New York Times. It basically says in Venezuela, Maduro say he won. I said the evidence that the opposition presented in the New York Times suggests that he lost big time. So this is going to be, if that's the case, you're going to have some issues in Venezuela. I think the U.S. is going to get involved actually.
Away for Honduras. So you're playing Honduras and you're playing 2 home games. So when I came in just now, you were saying that you won't go into something because it's too expensive.
I wasn't going to the Arsenal game in Philly. I didn't think they should charge that much for a preseason game. I think it was ridiculous.
How much was it?
It was over 200 for where I want to sit. I don't feel like for a preseason game I should pay that. 100 and something is fine. Not paying 200 and something.
199. You pay 199.
No, I'm not paying 199 either. 150 is fine. I'm not paying 200 and something. I'm just not.
Yeah, people gotta make
the press is killing us. The press is killing us. I mean, we're not ready for this type of press.
Yeah.
The press is, and we're slow moving, right? So the press is that quick. So they come in the press. You got to think about, should I go over the top? Or should I go short? Or should I go mid? You can't try to play the ball in the little space that you do. That ain't happening.
So Arsenal made light work of Man United the other night.
Different quality opponent.
Yeah, you have an opponent that's playing with way more intensity tonight and look a little bit. I really enjoy watching Odegaard.
Liverpool is dominant in this game. It's not even. Yeah. They're dominant in the game.
Halftime is.
No, because we play preseason must win like it's regular season. That's how we get ready for the season.
Oh, that's why he's a Liverpool fan. That's why he says crying just now.
Yeah, we're not, and this Liverpool don't even have all their players. Diaz is not there. Van Dijk is not there. They don't have all their players. McAllister is not there. We need to play better.
But would you rather they win this game and lose to us during the season?
I don't focus on win. I focus on how we're playing.
Right,
right? I focus on how we're playing. You got to play good football. This whole thing about being flexible that I hear some people in Jamaica talking about is nonsense. Flexibility is fine if you're playing good football.
Yeah.
It's a big side.
Yeah, I guess Liverpool fans have hope. Say new coach.
Liverpool not beating us in the regular season, people. So you can get all excited you want. They ain't beating us in regular season. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah,
I don't care how they want to play. When we have all our players, with the Rice and others there, and the Timber playing versus the Kiwi York, you ain't beating us in regular season. And maybe Califiore playing at left back, you're not beating us in regular season. So you should be good now. Arsenal with the ball, looking to move the ball. If Martinelli had played that darn ball, we'd have been 2-1-1 and then maybe 2-1, but not what it is now. Now we have a good team. We need a center forward though.
Manchester City, who has been dominating the league for the past 6 years or whatever the case may be, their salary, their weekly salary, I think I saw the is about 700,000 more than
average. More than 700,000 more.
But 700,000 more than what Arsenal is paying in the weekly salary. I think I saw somewhere. And could you imagine what 700,000 a week could buy you? Right, that's 2 or 3 quality players, and which is probably the difference between the two teams. You see what I mean?
Yeah. Well, De Bruyne and Haaland make a ton of money, right? If you just take 2 players.
Yeah.
We don't have any players on that kind of money. None of our players make over 300,000. I think Saka and
no. I think Jesus money is
Jesus don't make he makes 2 something. He doesn't make 200,000. Odegaard, brilliant move by Odegaard. Goal Arsenal.
Yeah.
Brilliant move by Odegaard. He faked the shot, played inside to Havertz. Good goal. Brilliant move by Odegaard.
Very good goal.
He bamboozled the defense. All right, Dub Hub caught in the middle of the game. We just take this. Good evening.
Yeah, how you doing, boss man?
I'm doing well. How you doing? You on live, you know?
Okay. I probably don't want. Can you take me off live for less than 1 minute? I probably don't want to say this on live.
All right.
At least 30 seconds.
All right. Hold up. Let me take you off live. Okay.
No, you guys don't. Not lately. Maxwell, not lately. And I'm not sure how Arsenal fans going to be delusional when Arsenal is finishing ahead of you in the league. So I think with 5 minutes left, the game could end at half, 2 apiece, with a point each as the game started. So Arsenal is trying to play out the back again, and Liverpool is high up the pitch, ready to press. A little bit of respect is shown. So it looked like the intention is to win the ball at the side of the pitch. They allow the ball to go to the side of the pitch. Yeah, there's a game Arsenal going to win. That's a foul, ref. I was trying to get your attention. You know, we heard everything.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I was trying to get your attention.
I put you on mute. I don't know how that works.
Everybody heard everything.
So you can't hear me now, right? You couldn't hear me before I was talking, so I don't know what happened. But it's nothing bad actually.
I'm joking. We didn't hear you.
Oh, okay, because I put you on mute. I'm like, how you hear me? I put you on mute. You don't see my mute, but I have another machine here, the Zoom machine. I thought it was strange you hear me. Yeah.
Look at the conversation that Maxwell is trying to have with us here right now.
Arsenal has won the league more than once. Liverpool has only won it once. Must win. You've only watched the Premier League once. Must win. You need to just calm down. You won the Premier League once. No matter how good your team has been over the last number of years, you've won the Premier League one time in its history. It's been going on for over 30 years.
Everybody gets to see that about the rival, ask a question about the rival at some point in time.
Yeah. We haven't won the league in a long time. Yes, we know that.
And the last time Arsenal won it in style.
Yeah, we used to be in style. We're not in style. We're getting back in style.
Yeah, Arsenal is going to be fine this season. I mean, the last 2 seasons fell, a few points short of the championship, but you've seen progress, right? You just need to continue where they started off. Timber at right back.
Yeah, no, Timber gonna play left back. I don't know where Timber gonna play, to be frank.
Timber at right back. Saliba and Gabriel as centre backs, and what's the boy name that they just brought in?
Calafiori.
Yeah. And we're solid back there.
I don't know. It's gonna be interesting.
You know, with all the midfielders that Arsenal have right now, if you were picking a team, who would you play in the midfield? Who are the three people you would play in the midfield?
I would play Rice, Odegaard, and Partey. That has to be the midfield. Havertz is not a midfielder. I need my two midfielder. One is a deep 6, and one is a hybrid 6-8. So defensively, I'm strong. I can keep the ball. Odegaard get more chance to play upfield and be more fluid. And so if you don't have to play as much defense.
If you want to keep the ball, you don't think, and not just keep the ball, but the ability to protect the two centre backs.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you need Rice and Partey.
You don't think Jorginho and
Nah. Oh, don't have the legs. Don't have the legs. Nah. Not buying that. Rice is mobile, cover a lot of ground, put in a tackle, can keep the ball. No, it's not gonna be Jorginho. Sorry. Not happening. Not happening. Rice and Partey in the middle, creating havoc with their defense. Partey making the final pass in the final third. Odegaard, conductor up top. And then we have Saka on the right. And I have no idea about the other two positions because I'm not totally convinced of Martinelli. I'm not convinced of my center forward. Well, Havertz doesn't start for me. Havertz doesn't start for me.
You have Martinelli and you have Trossard and you have
No, Trossard is on the bench. Trossard to me is an impact sub. He can't play out wide. He can only play in the middle. He's a player that don't. There's so many players who don't have a position. Havertz doesn't have a position. Trossard doesn't really have a position. Nedo's ESR, but they are very good players. They don't truly have. You know, I think it's Saka is a winger. Partey is a 6. Rice is a 6, 7.5. Havertz and even Jesus, you struggle with that center forward because he's not scoring. He's a brilliant footballer.
Let me ask Fabi here to, is it Timber won't start over Ben White? Is that for footballing reasons or
no? Timber's better than Ben White. Come on.
Yeah, but Fabi is saying he won't, and he probably speaking from
I don't think anyone can say that right now.
Huh?
Timber's been our best player in preseason, and he was the best player in preseason last year.
Yeah. But I think what he's saying here, he's probably pointing out the fact that Ben White, they spend a lot of money for him, and he's an English player.
Who cares how much money you spend for him? That's not.
Well, they shouldn't have, right? I always say
they probably need him at the time they did it because
anything more than 60 was too much.
Yeah. I mean, look, he is a good player. He was a center back then. We didn't have any center back then. We got to think about it. It's been 3 years ago, so 50 million is not what it used to be. You paid 60+ mil for Havertz. Good player, not worth the money. Had a decent season last year, but not worth the money. How long has Timber been on the team? Timber don't need to be no system. Timber's a footballer.
Yeah, Timber is a good
Liverpool should have scored again. That's just poor defending again.
Every time
defending. That should have been 3 by Liverpool. I don't know what Jota was doing.
Yeah,
nobody's close to Jota. The whole defense went deep, and the whole Liverpool forward line is back off, have time to shoot. That's not good defending.
So Fabi is making his case here.
Yes. No, he's a good player, right? They set him on loan now. He came from Fulham. Now he's a good player. So look at this. So our midfield is way upfield. That they beat the press. And Partey slowed down. Partey should have been there to block Jota. I don't know if Partey have the legs anymore to play a whole season, though. I don't think Partey would start every game. Yeah, no, there's a good relationship between Saka and Ben. I agree with that. But I think Timber can develop those relationships too. I think Timber going to surprise a lot of people. I'm telling you. He's a footballer. He's not defender. He can go in the middle. He can do a lot. Timber is going to be a surefire starter by midseason. I am confident of that. Yeah, no, they're doing a good job to beat the press, Fabi. I agree. Our press, I don't think our press is organized as it should be, though. Their press is better than ours.
Fabi says, Liverpool is just doing old school thing to beat Arsenal press. I'm not sure what that.
Say Arsenal are struggling. I don't know if we're struggling. We're just not playing as well as we can play.
Yeah.
We gotta play better.
You know, when you're on the road for this long, at some point in time, you're gonna get tired, right? It's gonna start away.
It started the season. You're tired now. I don't know what you're gonna do.
No, it's preseason. You know how much running they're doing? They're probably trained this morning.
That's true.
They're probably trained this morning because they're trying to get the most out of, you're trying to get fit.
Yeah.
Whereas, when they go home, it's a different, when the season starts, it's a different behavior. The load that they will put on the body now is different to how they treat things during the season. That's why they're always complaining about games every 4 days. So I just get a message here. McLaren made a statement on his new role. Quote, although the opportunity has come somewhat unexpectedly, I had no hesitation in accepting a position that is ideally suited to me at this age of my career. Prior to returning to Manchester United for a second spell, I spent time at FIFA as a technical advisor on their global eco-analysis project. Jamaica was one of the teams I worked with, and I quickly came to realize the potential.
I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
I
have no idea what he's talking about. What potentially? This is my retirement job. This is my retirement job.
That's how it could be interpreted, right?
Potential for which team? The potential for the senior team or potential for the junior team? What is he talking about?
Well,
it's halftime, people. We're at halftime of the game between Liverpool and Jamaica. Liverpool leading 2-1. They have been the better team today. Their press has been great. I love their press, and we haven't handled the press well at all. We got to do a better job.
At the end of the day, the possession stats is 52-48. So it's not a big.
It doesn't look that way. It looks like more 70-30.
Yeah. And both teams, the first half, you look at the pass completion, and it's only at 84 and 88% 84% for Arsenal and 88 for.
But that's what press does, right?
Yeah. And that's
press is very disruptive.
That's poor.
In terms of RR,
retention does, yeah. It's
if the man is saying Jamaica team has potential, if it's a senior team, yes. But if he's working with Jamaica while he's at FIFA, he's saying the junior team has potential. Which junior players is he talking about?
How would he know that? He worked as a technical advisor, right? So obviously, I'm not sure we can find out what the position.
I have no idea what that means either.
But they were dealing with. He probably. Let me see if I can find out what is a FIFA technical advisor do.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
But he would have had a chance to see. That's part of the technical study group. It looks like.
Look, anybody with half a brain would realize that U.S., Canada, Mexico are not in CONCACAF trying to get to this World Cup, and Jamaica has a number of good players in the national team. And if you're a smart coach, a thoughtful coach, one with a vision, one who understands how to get the best out of players, and if you structure the team right, you recruit right, we can get to the World Cup. That's fine. But don't tell me where you sit, the country in its totality and all the players we have available, especially on the island. I know the ability. I'm not buying that. That's just a good thing to put in print and put in the media.
Yeah, he's going to have a hard time. He needs to fly in and on a Spanish passport.
No, I think what Rudolph said ties into him being hired, which is he wanted a manager and a coach, not just a manager, right?
Right.
McLaren at Man U is a coach, and he's not the manager, he's a coach, and he's been a manager. Yes, I'm still beating Martinelli because he plays with football like he lost money on the ground. When are you going to stop playing like you lose money on the ground? The first thing you do when you get the ball is you look up. Look at how Jesus played, for example. He would look up first, and then what he would do is they make a decision. Do I go or do I pass? Martinelli looks down first. There was no reason to make the second touch on that ball. He should cross to Jesus. Jesus is in there by himself. His second touch took him away from goal. His second touch caused the defender to recover. It's not good football.
Look,
Yeah.
I will always say it's preseason. I'll defend the players a little bit, and your rhythm and timing may be a little bit off. So
Andre, I'm gonna cut you right there and say this. Not when that's what you've been doing your entire career. At some point, you have to say, you know what? Okay, I need to change. He's not
I
changing.
hope I know you will get the email for the press conference, right?
Oh, I didn't even check on that.
When it's unveiled, I think if
I'm sorry, I was not. You know what?
if I was,
you know what? I need to be the press conference.
if I was asking him questions, of course I wouldn't be, and is not interested in doing it. But I would want to know what he means when he says that, you know, the position is ideally suited for me at this stage of his career.
No, I wasn't asking that question.
Why not?
I'm gonna. You only get so many questions to ask. That can't be my number one question.
No,
I know what I can infer what he means. My question is going to be more around as we think about going forward to the World Cup. What are our different? For example, what are differentiating factors that's going to allow us to be able to achieve that objective, given the competition that we face?
So when you
tell me about the team. What's about the team that enamored you so much? You feel you can get the team to the World Cup. What do you bring to the table that's so different from any other coach to get me to the World Cup?
Okay, so let me say this to you first. When you don't have a 9 o'clock show tonight, right?
No.
So when you get up, you need to call Cataract, right? Because the last press conference I listened to, he was just asking how many questions he wanted.
Well, but see that's not a press
so
conference.
You're limiting yourself,
right?
You need to get some training from him.
No,
he just asks whatever he wants.
because that's how you lose credibility. He's going to ask a bunch of questions if you're thinking to them. No, I'd have to think through the questions first, though. I don't just go press conference and ask questions. I'm going to think about. I'm not asking questions to sound smart. I'm asking questions to be difficult. I want to get a good understanding of the manager, what he brings to the table, why he thinks I'm going to be able to go to games in the U.S. to watch Jamaica play in the World Cup. That's what I want to know.
That's a good way to look at it.
That's what he gets hired for. It's a 2-year contract. The only thing he gets hired for, which we would have talked about, is to get us to the World Cup. That's it.
Right.
So if you only have so many windows to work with, what is it that we need? He has seen us from afar. What do we need?
But that has nothing to do with what you want to see.
In terms of what?
Right? Does the end justify the means? If the goal is, and that's the sentiment that you keep hearing, is that the goal is to get to the World Cup. It doesn't matter how you get there, right? Or what it looks like. So you may not get to see. You may, but you may not get to see the football you want to see.
I don't think we're gonna see the football we want to see. They're not Spanish coaches. Let me just say this, Presso. No, he looked good in the first 50 minutes, Presso, but we haven't seen him since because the press is killing us. And we're not getting the ball up to him. Ben White is not getting the ball to him. Odegaard not playing the side, not getting the ball to him. And Partey not getting the ball to him. So we're not seeing Nelson that much because the press is stifling. Right? Even Salah, you haven't seen Salah a ton in the first half. The press on both sides is making the game difficult. And the passing accuracy, as Andre alluded to, is in the 80s versus normally be probably 90s for a lot of people. It's not that way.
Yeah, and I think sometimes in these games, when a team get off to a bad start like that and is struggling, halftime comes and it gives the manager a chance to redirect things, right? Or not necessarily make personal changes, but to adjust the mentality a little bit, and the second half could be completely different for Arsenal. Yeah,
so. I mean, if you think about it, when we play Liverpool, we don't play Zinchenko against Salah. We put Tomiyasu over there, for example. We're trying to find somebody who's a better defender because we know what he brings to the table, and he's been dangerous when he gets the ball in the first half. So you may see Calafiori over there playing against Salah. I would love to see that actually, and how that would match up would be. Or Timber playing against him, because Timber is just as quick, physical, and also can play football.
But it seems over the years that every time Zinchenko is in the team is when the intention is to dominate possession. So if they go into the game thinking that, they're going to dominate possession and it doesn't happen, and you have to defend like today, then you pay the price for that, right? So how does he deal
And what
with
he actually does, he gets the ball in between the line better than Ben White,
Yeah.
better than Rice actually.
Yeah.
Right? He does a
Yes.
really good job of that. Yeah. He becomes almost like a six, like a double pivot.
Yeah,
when he
when
plays most time.
when they play him inverted, right? When he goes into the
Yep.
midfield and plays like a 6 in possession.
Yeah, no, he's really good in possession. He just doesn't recognize danger. He doesn't see danger coming. He's like lost when danger is coming. That ball to Salah a while ago, a blind man could see, you know what? I can't let Salah get behind me. If I even to trip him, I can't let him get behind me because he's going to be danger if he get behind me.
Well, maybe
he wasn't even close to Salah.
Maybe Pep trick Arsenal.
No, he was a good player at Arsenal. He played a lot for Pep because Pep, had some injuries then when he played a lot. I think both he and Jesus a good player, but do they get you over the top? Right? I mean, Alvarez plays Jesus. He's a better goal scorer than Jesus. I think Jesus is a better all-around player, but Alvarez is a much better goal scorer. I think Zinchenko is a good player, but he's not Ake. Nathan Ake is hard to beat. And then Ake can play football. He doesn't have Zinchenko's capabilities on the ball, but he doesn't need that when you have Rodri and De Bruyne and all those and Silva in the midfield.
Footballers on a little off note a little bit. Footballers have most guys playing at the top of the game, live this lavish lifestyle, right? They have just about the best of everything. I saw a headline in an article today that what's the boy name from City, the left back that got into trouble?
Who?
The left back, he went to jail for a period of time.
Mendy.
I saw a headline in an article that said he lived off of $4 a day while in prison. And I'm thinking to go from the lifestyle that he had to living off of £4 a day.
Mendy was railroaded. Yes, they find him not guilty on all those charges. He lost millions of dollars with lawyers' fees. Somebody needs to reimburse the kid.
Yeah.
He should sue City. He should the state. He should sue everybody.
I think he did sue Man City for some. I think they had stopped some reason. I don't want to.
They stopped paying him.
Yeah, correct, but he
was guilty until proven innocent, and he was proven innocent, by the way.
Yeah, and he sued them for that. It's that's why players got to be careful, man.
Yeah, but they won't, will they? What's the one Gaza thing? Here we go. You're going to go with the one Gaza thing. I'm not going to get into that discussion. I'm going to stay away from that discussion because people don't want to hear my views. I'm telling you, don't want to hear my views.
Yeah, I think that's big.
I'm not having any one Gaza discussion on my channel. We're not going that direction because some of you ain't going to like me when we're done talking about that. I'm going to tell you that right now. So we're not having the discussion. I'm going to avoid it. If you can't add value, don't talk about certain things. That's my philosophy. Can't add no value, leave it alone. You can't change it, leave it alone.
Look, Trevor's saying tomorrow is the press conference.
Okay. Well, you know what? Tomorrow. I hope it's not.
So which means he's probably in Jamaica tonight.
No, I have my show then. I wonder what time. Hopefully it's 12 o'clock. I'll try to be there.
You have a show during the day tomorrow?
No, 6 o'clock. I have a show 6 and at 9 o'clock, right? I'm doing.
Right, it's probably going to be.
So tomorrow is going to be all about McLaren tomorrow. We won't talk about anything else tomorrow on the show. You know that work. No matter what the topic is, it's all McLaren. McLaren's Day tomorrow. Call it tomorrow McLaren's Day. Yeah, so he must be in Jamaica.
No, but it's good that they found a coach and hopefully get things back on track.
Yeah.
What's qualifying for the World Cup? Everybody's not going to like the choice of a coach, but I don't think their job is to please everybody. I think their job is to pick a coach that can get the team to the World Cup, right?
I thought their job was to please Kranky. I'm confused.
yeah, you might be a little bit confused. You're aging.
I am really confused. I thought the job was to please me, and he told me I was going to be happy. Didn't he tell me I was going to be happy?
No, it's not. No, he said excited.
That's even worse.
Yeah,
that's even more than happy. I should have been jumping. I should have been jumping around here out of my chair, screaming loud about, and I'm sitting here.
He did
McLaren. Okay.
He did promise you're going to be excited, and I heard it repeated by someone else a few days ago.
Maybe excitement is what I'm doing now, and it's not showing because I'm not excited.
Trust me, maybe it has to grow on you,
like fungus.
Yeah.
It's looking like focus. If you didn't know, we were watching the Arsenal versus Liverpool game. It may not sound like it. Liverpool leading Arsenal by 2-1. Liverpool has looked really, really good. I think even though Andre gave a possession stats of 42-58 in Liverpool's favor, I don't think we have played up to our best so far. Obviously, both teams are short players because players are away on taking the vacation, the ones who played in Copa and played in the Euros and maybe other competitions. But I think we should improve second half. I expect some changes. We have quite a lot of first team players out there, our players who expect to be in the first team. So let's hope that let's hope we do better second half.
All right, so we can't listen to Travis anymore. All right, because Travis announced that if you follow the trail, that the press conference is tomorrow.
All right.
Then we talked about it a little bit. Then he laughed about it, and now he's pointing out that tomorrow is a holiday in Jamaica. So there's no press conference tomorrow. So we can't. We can't.
So why somebody sends press conference tomorrow and if there's no press conference? I haven't seen anything in my phone about press conference tomorrow. Actually.
Yeah. So Travis is having fun.
I only see the release of the coach, the JFF official release, but I don't see anything talks about it.
Dude, the Caribbean can't keep no secret, dude. If a coach.
So here's what's interesting, actually, which is when Ireland announced their coach. They did the same. They announced him at a press conference, didn't they?
Yeah. Well,
so why don't we do that?
Yeah.
I think so. I gotta go back and check. I thought they did actually. So it's Emancipation Day tomorrow. I thought Jamaica was not emancipated. It's emancipated. Jamaica emancipated? Really? The way we operate?
Yeah,
we're emancipated? Really?
Yeah, Travis is laughing at us.
So we get free from one group and bondage by other groups, ourselves. Okay.
Well, there was somebody experienced some freedom.
Yeah, Claudine. I agree, Claudine. I'm not excited. Go ahead, Andre.
I said there was some freedom. Today was actually a freedom day in Jamaica.
Jamaica is free?
Well,
I thought Bro God said that if you're an internet person, he's gonna chase you down wherever you are and find out if you say anything that's critical of his government. That's not freedom. That's not free people's free. That's not freedom.
I want you to
Liverpool making a bunch of changes, by the way.
When you get a chance tonight, if you get a chance, and if you're interested in that, listen to the court proceeding today, the arguments to free the entertainer, that freed him from prison today.
Andre, I'm not listening to it. I'm not listening to it.
You're not listening to it.
I'm not listening to it.
Anything legal, I like to listen to. Sir.
No, I'm not listening to it. First of all, if you're free, why do you have some English courts telling you what to do? You're not free. You're in bondage.
Oh, you're talking about the country?
Yeah. You're not free. How are you free? You're at another country deciding how you run your country.
Yeah,
like, isn't that the most asinine thing in the history of human beings?
Yeah,
you have another country telling you how to administer your laws and overriding your decisions. You're not free. You're a bunch of, you know what?
It's referred to as the highest court in the land.
In which land? Literal land, or how does that work? Like, it's amazing you have some other person in some other jurisdiction, some other country. You think we can go tell England how to administer their law?
Yeah, it's
asinine. It's backwards. It shows you who the people are we're dealing with. So don't change the laws.
The Supreme Court of the U.S. is located in the U.S. You know, it's
actually amazing.
That
we even having that conversation.
Yeah. It's but this
backwards people making backwards decision.
The Privy Council kicked the case back to Jamaica, so this argument today was in Jamaica's court.
Yeah, but the only reason why we got to this point because it went to England, and they basically give them instructions about what should be done. Yeah.
All right, I apologize, Claudine. So Trossard is on. They took off Nelson. Are you unpleased with Nelson's performance just now?
Well, he wasn't in the game after a while. He wasn't in the game.
Look, Trossard, if I did some during the season last year, I think in one of our conversations, if Trossard had played as much games as at Saka, he would have scored more goals than him. He is a goal scorer.
He's a goal scorer, but his overall play is not there. It's one thing to be a goal scorer, but what do you contribute apart from scoring goals?
Hey,
Saka had more goal contribution than most people in Europe.
I showed you the data the other day. There are games that
He don't have no assists. How much assists Trossard had? One?
that I've showed you games recently that what's the striker at City name?
Oh, Alvarez?
Haaland had 6 touches in a
Haaland?
game.
Yeah, but he also has a bunch of goals, right?
Why are you showing Claudine beating me here? Yeah, this second half could be different.
Oh, brilliant ball of the Trossard. Go wide to Zinchenko. Brilliant ball. Cross. Oh. Arsenal looking much better second half. We'll see if it continues. Yeah, the great Crawford pass. The pass to Zinchenko would be a little bit hard. The pace could have been a little bit taken off, but good build up by Arsenal. Liverpool made a few changes, We don't make a lot of changes.
Yeah, but that if Arsenal is better, that's not the reason they're better. So they take off Trossard, they take off Nelson, they took off Martinelli as well.
Yeah, who's on the other side?
That's what I'm trying to figure out now. It's, that boy, what's the boy from Portugal name?
Oh, yeah, Vieira.
Vieira. It looked like Vieira.
Yeah, he's not a winger. I don't know why he played him out there. If you can't find a position for him, sell him. Seriously. You can't find a position for him, sell him. Kranky, well, I agree with you. We have to remember, Jamaica is still a young, independent nation. So Claudine. Hey, Claudine. Hey, Claudine, let me say this. No, not Claudine. Sorry, paper plate. Let me say this. So you're 64 years old and you're young. I'm glad to hear that. I didn't know that. 64 years old. 62 years old.
Compared to
62 years old, you're young.
Yes, compared to 246 years.
No. The day you got your emancipation is the next day you start making those changes. The day you got your emancipation, Barbados was the first one in the Caribbean to go to a president, weren't they? Called Barbados as a leader who think deductively, futuristically. Yeah, right? So they're the first one who went to be getting a president. Get rid of this whole archaic colonial type system and setup.
Yeah, they meant it too.
Of course, she knows what she's doing.
Yeah, she's a good leader. When you hear her speak in spaces like the UN and that kind of stuff.
Right. Yeah, no, she's very intelligent actually. Not every Bayesian is pleased with her. To be frank, I've spoken to some, but at the same time, she comes across really well actually.
Well, it happens in everything, and if you get 100% of the people agreeing with you, then you have a problem, right?
That's true.
Yeah, Arsenal.
I think as Trump had said, he could kill somebody in the middle of Fifth Avenue and he would get off. I guess some people have that ability to do that. Yeah. If you're a well-known commodity, you can do that. But anyway, we focus on football. Focus on the football. Yeah. I don't think 62 years, I should use that excuse to have some other country tell me what to do. No country should tell you what to do if you're independent. None. From the day you got your independence, you start changing the laws to make sure, they have no say in I run my country. Zero. And if you do, you're not independent.
So what if they stop printing your money?
They make my own money. I should make my own money anyway. We don't really have our own money because it's not worth anything. The people know that, I don't go into history, but that, Jamaica dollar used to be stronger than the US dollar at one point.
Yeah, but
that's how far we have fallen, frankly. 150 times less in 60-something years. No, in 60-something years, in 50 years, frankly. Because in the 70s, it was.
Arsenal is looking more comfortable, yeah.
Yeah, they're looking better, actually.
More confident. They're really pinging the ball around now.
Yep. And then because Liverpool made changes, are we just playing better? But yeah, we are pinging the ball around.
You got to play who's in front of you.
Well, who was in front of us was giving us problems, so we got them.
Claudine is saying to Travis she wanted an Argentine coach. Argentinian as she.
No, I want a Spanish coach, not an Argentine coach. I want a coach from Spain, Spanish coach. That's all we needed. Argentina play good. I don't want anything to do with Argentina. They're a racist country, and want nothing to do with Argentina. Why would an Argentina coach come coach in Jamaica? Really? People get rid of all their black people and want some Argentina come to the country? No, we don't want that. They got rid of all of us. People look like us. Why should we even have any dealings with Argentinians?
Mm.
And this is not this recent incident, people, I'm talking about. Go read Argentina's history. Not a country I want to deal with. Come on, Havertz. You didn't recognize that a while ago? If you just join us, Liverpool leading Arsenal 2-1. We're in the 50th minute. We're playing a very high line, you know.
So you see what he just did there? That's the difference with that's what makes the captain the quality that he has. He would never get caught on the ball like that in that space.
Odegaard.
Martin,
He's aware. He's aware. He has spatial awareness.
He's always looking, and he would be turning away from that defender. He would know it.
In fact, he probably sit down on the ball in some instances, right?
Yeah,
he sit down on the ball, or he dips his shoulder and move. He give you a body shake to get out of trouble.
Yeah, it's
Jesus with the ball, looking for a pass. He's gonna go across field. Change his mind. Arsenal playing better second half, actually. Liverpool is now playing deeper, which is interesting. And sometimes when people are out-possessing you, you just got to go deep and regroup.
And what could be happening is Liverpool decided we're going to press in the first half to work on that, and second half we're going to work on sitting
That's
deep.
True.
So
that's true.
Preseason game, they're trying to figure things out, right?
Yeah.
And so that there's a number of things that could be the reason why the game changed like this.
The problem we don't have anybody in the middle with a command to put the ball in there like a Haaland or a Tony and say, you know what, we're comfortable, they can win half the balls. We don't have that. Even if the cross is good, we're not confident Jesus can get it. Havertz gets some, but we need that presence in the middle. Because we get so many chances across the ball and we recycle it because we're not confident of doing so. You can't always break down the defense. Something you just play it in there and hope for the best.
Do you believe this message that Travis is putting out here?
Huh?
I'll have to check.
Kranky, you remember the Copa asked the question, why no dark skin plan for Argentina?
No, about Enzo.
Huh?
About Enzo.
No, he's asked the question, why no? There's none because they got rid of them, R&R. They do one of two things. They send them to war, kill them off. They interbreed, or they just kill them off. Period. Got rid of them.
So Arsenal has enjoyed 77% of the possession since the second half started, with a 80% pass completion.
Yeah, Enzo is gonna play because Enzo is Enzo costs 100 million pounds. You don't get rid of 100 million pounds that easily.
Actually, it's 88% possession. Liverpool is off to a really slow start.
Yeah, very slow.
They're saying here they've completed 7 passes so far. And you're 38 minutes into the second half.
Yeah. What is Gabriel doing? Get up. Man, just touch you and you drop in like fly, like you got pulled. You didn't get pulled.
That guy's grabbing a shit.
No, but he let it go. When he fell after, he let it go.
Hey, South American.
He helped it. He fell after the man let his shirt go. If you're going to fall right as he hold you, fall then, but don't fall afterwards and pretend like you got fouled.
Did you see Spain beat Brazil today?
Yeah, but Brazil had a red card. Marta had a red card, didn't she?
Yeah, well, it's part of the game.
You like to say that. It's 10 people play against 11.
What?
You can't play a team that's a ball-dominant team with 10 people. You just cause you trouble.
You don't want to play with 10 people, but if your player makes a mistake that, according to the rules of the game, give a red card, then you've got to figure it out. Some teams get better when they play with 10 men. For some reason.
They don't. I don't know no team that gets better. Not even Man City.
Huh?
I don't know no team gets better with 10.
Who was I watching the other with 10?
What's Zinchenko doing? What is Zinchenko doing? You're just trying to play yourself out of the team. That's what you're trying to do. Yeah. But you already play yourself out of the team anyway. It doesn't matter. You're trying to beat so many men. And if you're going to do that, then you can't lose the ball there because you're almost like last line of defense. You can't lose the ball there.
There's a left back waiting in the wings.
Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't put him on, actually.
Well, he just signed one.
Yeah, Press. So we have no choice but to work with who we have. So you know what? Just get over it and move on. Work with McLaren. Hopefully he can recruit some players. That's what I want him for. Because there ain't gonna be no style of play. Because we don't have no style. We just play. So hopefully he brings something to the table. I hope he does good recruiting, actually. And people in England know him, so at least the players should know him. I thought he would play Timber by now, but see, he's not going to make a change until the 68th minute. That's what Arteta does, actually.
Yeah, well, I mean, preseason is probably...
Oh, good ball by good skip.
Some minutes.
All right, do something with this now. Beat him, Roberts. No, beat him, Roberts. Beat him, cut inside. Then you're wide open. You didn't get to cross it yet. If you cut the ball back and then make the cross, he's wide open. The defender is running to the line. Come on, Roberts, do better than that. Yes, we're playing much better, Brian. Yeah. Much better second half.
That was a good pass by
Partey. See, Partey can play the ball between the line. That's what I'm talking about, Partey. That's what Partey does. That's the biggest difference between him and Rice. He can see that pass and he makes the pass.
Yeah, very good pass.
He just doesn't make the 5-yard pass and everybody starts raving about how great you are. He makes a difficult pass. Havertz keep losing the ball down deep when he's not protecting the ball well.
The press. Partey is going. Partey is looking like about 10 years younger.
Let's hope we don't play him too much because we don't want him to get injured. I'm sure he probably spent a lot of time trying to get fit, but when you're 40, it's hard to do.
Dude, sleep Partey a little bit.
He ain't no 30. I say like 30, 31. Really, Partey? You have the African birth certificate. You know, you ain't no 31 or 30. Partey alone. Low block is a new defense setup? I guess so. It's not. Low block is an old defense setup. That's Marino's defense setup. The team is better than him. I love a Partey just surveys the field. Always making the... Oh, what a horrible pass. I think I got fouled. Vieira doesn't fit. Vieira's a bad buy. Bad buy. Not a bad kid. Decent player, but it's a bad buy. It's a bad buy. It's a bad buy. Bad buy.
I don't think so. I think he's just in a team that have a lot of good players and challenging for championship.
Nah, he's a bad buy. He's not versatile. He can only play one place, and even there is a bit challenge.
Yeah,
he can only play 10. He can only play the 10. He can only play the 10, and he's playing on the wing because you have no place to put him. Not a good buy. If the player's going, what's he going to his third year, and he's done nothing so far, and he was playing Champions League, he's a bad buy.
Well, he's got to be on the pitch, right?
Yeah. Well,
if you
can't get on the pitch, you're not good enough.
Was he
if you can't get on the pitch, you're not good enough.
Was he supposed to be backup for Martin?
I have no idea why they bought him. I'll give you an example. So Timber doesn't really have a spot, but I guess he played quite a bit because he's comparable to everybody else that we have out there. That's you got to buy competition for places. He's not competition for Odegaard. He's not competition for Saka. He's not competition for Martinelli. So that's a problem, and he can't play the 8.
If they're making football decisions, completely 100% pure football decision, Timber would be a regular in this team.
So you say he would play instead of Ben White?
Yeah.
Possibly.
Especially for Champions League football.
I would think the defense is going to be Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, and Calafiori.
Yeah, that's.
I think that's going to be the back four, impregnable back four. I think it's going to be the back four. That's my view anyway.
And with Calafiori, you still got to watch and see a little bit, right? It would have been good to see him in preseason, but.
Well, I mean, he just came on board, so
yeah,
they got 2 more games to play. But
the 2 more games,
yeah, they play Bayern Leverkusen, and they have another game. Yeah, I think they have another game after Leverkusen. Oh, by the way, people, I am having, I'm on tomorrow for Kranky Live. 6 to 8. And then from 9 to 10, I'm doing my balanced view. I can't say it's been the most balanced view to date because we're talking politics, but it will get more balanced as we talk more other topics, actually. So you can subscribe to my channel, people.
It certainly wasn't balanced yesterday.
Well, I can't be balanced when it comes to Trump. I'm not going to talk politics here, but I can't be balanced when it comes to Trump. I'm sorry. So if you expect me to be balanced with Trump, sorry, people. The name is on vacation when it comes to Trump. It'll come back when we I mean, move away from the Trump topic. He will definitely move over when we come to the Trump topic. Partey just got dispossessed. This is not looking good.
And he stood up.
Yeah.
That's quite interesting.
I think he got fouled, actually. That's why.
Yeah.
I think he got stepped on. You see him looking on his foot or his feet or something. If you just joined us, Liverpool scored 2 in the first half. Arsenal clawed 1 back. Game 2-1 to Liverpool. Decent preseason game. It looks like a preseason game in some respects, but decent game. Liverpool press was devastating the first half, and we couldn't match it. Second half, we've had more possession, and they're now coming back into the game. So let me see. And if you come into the chat and haven't hit the like button, please do so.
Should probably get a couple of changes about now.
Yeah, that's what I get frustrated with Arteta. It's preseason Arteta. I don't know why he takes so long to make changes sometimes. Even in games, it's the same thing. Not in the preseason. So people, if you're interested in anything other than sports, I just dropped my Balanced View channel. You can click on it, go subscribe, and come listen to me tomorrow at 9 talking about, I have no idea what the topic is yet. I'm going to come up with something, though.
You have a lot of material.
I'll probably just do Trump, Kamala this week. And next week, I'll have some more community-type discussions, actually.
I sent you
if
something.
You haven't done so, click on the channel and subscribe. I'm getting some interesting comments by interesting people on my channel, on my Balanced View channel. Some people have never idea would come on my channel. They take it on a front to you say something about Trump. You know, they can come on your channel and they probably click through and see it and then read what's been said or listen to you for a little bit and express their perspective.
I think there was somebody last night that pointed out that they were a truck driver, they were on the road and a Trump supporter.
Yeah,
that was an interesting conversation.
When you drive through West Virginia, trust me, why do you just give the? Is that Zinchenko give the ball away? Why just give that ball away a while ago? Or was
No,
it
that's
Odegaard?
Martin.
That's Odegaard.
Yeah.
Who was he passing the ball to? I have no idea who was passing the ball to.
To Trossard, I think it was.
I don't even come nowhere close to Trossard. But no, if you drive to like I was driving from Georgia to New York, and I went to some back road to get some gas, and the Trump signs were everywhere. Everywhere.
I tell you one of the I don't know if you ever seen this before. I was driving through West Virginia one time and get off the exit to go and get gas. You know what happens when you get on an exit to go back onto the highway?
What do you mean?
You go down the ramp, and 9 out of 10 times you would be bent to your right to get onto the highway, right?
Yeah.
I remember that was the first time and the only time I've seen it. You go on the ramp to get onto the highway, and to the bottom of the ramp it says no left turn.
Okay.
It's the only place I've seen that.
We go left turn too. Go left turn too.
Into the traffic.
What a brilliant ball by Partey. Brilliant ball by Partey. Man, just a brilliant football player.
He broke 2 lines there.
Yeah, brilliant. That's what Rice cannot do. Rice needs to learn to do. Brilliant ball. And look at Martin doing his normal dipsy-do style. Partey just see passes that normal people don't see in football. I'm telling you. Normal people don't see these passes in football. I think what's his name was offside, right?
Yeah, he probably was offside.
Yeah. But he still saw the pass, didn't he?
Yeah, flag went
still with the right. Even if he didn't run offside, he would still get to that ball because the ball would have stopped.
Yeah, Ben White could
have
do a little bit more to stay on side there.
So they're showing you Timber and Calafiori just after.
Yep.
So he signed a 5-year contract.
They're not playing tonight.
He signed a 5-year contract, and he's only making about $65,000 a year. I find that interesting. And you call it 42 mil? I find that interesting. You're paying Havertz over 200,000 a year.
What are you saying?
Calafiori only making 65,000 a year.
No, you can't make 65,000 a year.
I mean a week. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I mean a week. We don't talk in years in football. We talk weekly money. Some people make 65,000 a year, especially in England. Bus drivers in England don't make 65,000 pounds a year.
Yes.
They make less than that. So it's a in England. It's a big disparity between entertainers and the rest.
If you're making 30,000, you're doing well, right?
Yeah, England they don't play that well there. People don't realize that as a first world country, they don't play that well. It looks like we only have one goalkeeper on this tour because Hein is the only one we've seen playing. He's probably going to go out. He's probably going to go out on loan. I assume that the others will come back next week. Look at that turn by Odegaard. That's a brilliant turn. Brilliant turn. Just got rid of his man.
Yep. Look at the pass. The pass was even better.
Yeah. Ball out to Trossard trying to go inside. Odegaard just tiptoeing his way through the defense. Good cross. Good cross. Good tackle.
It's a difficult.
Partey got fouled. Oh, good shot by is that Jesus? Must be Jesus. No, it's by Vieira with his right foot. I didn't know Vieira had a right foot.
Yeah, it's
Odegaard just have those twinkle toes. Was that a handball by the defender? It looks pretty close. That's a brilliant ball. Odegaard is just a smooth footballer. He just sees things so quickly that others can't see in football.
He's always looking.
Yep.
He's always
but to find those little small space and pace with the right pace between the lines that the defender can get, only the forward can get it.
If you could see him from a tactical view, you would see the number of times that he checks his shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah, which is good actually. Always know where you are.
Top players, you gotta do it. Not just where you are, but where where the defenders are, where your players are, where your options are.
Yep. Totally agree.
Yeah.
So if you just join us, we're in the 68th minute. Arsenal losing 2-1 to a good Liverpool team. Oh, that should have scored. Who had that ball a while ago? That was Jesus. Nah, Jesus don't know where the goal is,
Came off his back, it looked like.
So he goes up. He's being held. No, okay.
It's difficult.
He did push off. It's not. It's no. It wasn't his header actually. It probably should have been Havertz's header. He should do better with that though. He should do better with that. That's coming with the right pace. You just gotta chip it off.
You gotta remember he's the shortest guy in the box.
Zinchenko is on, and who is on? Is that Kelly? Yeah, Lewis Kelly's on. Kid has played well actually. We want to see how much kids they bring through this year. They have to bring kids through. They're gonna sell out those other kids.
It's gonna be hard because Arteta is probably under the most pressure this year he has been since he had the job. With two second place, FA Cup trophy in his first year or something like that, which some people would argue that wasn't his team.
It wasn't his team.
Yeah, so it's
brilliant cross out to who has this ball? Is Jesus? No, it's Vieira. Vieira, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you? You have one-on-one isolation. That's what you did.
That's why you make them say to you, stop crying.
I have no idea what he's doing. That's not beating the man. You dragged the ball on the man's foot. You didn't even give him a shoulder dip. You didn't step over the ball. You did nothing except turn the ball over. Liverpool is changing the entire team. That's what I like about Arteta. He doesn't make changes timely enough. He's ridiculous with his changes. I don't know where he gets that from. I didn't see Salah second half, and I didn't realize Salah was playing the second half. I didn't see Salah second half at all.
Since the goal, he's been kind of MIA since the goal.
They're taking off all their first teamers or close to first teamers and putting on a bunch of kids.
Do you know how many people bought tickets early on to go to these games and did not consider that there was Copa America and Euros, and these guys probably wouldn't, the top players probably wouldn't be with the team?
Yeah, but some people don't care.
Well, you can't care after you have your ticket because you have to sell it.
No, I'm just saying some of them just love the football so much they just want to go.
I don't
watch
know, they love the
Arsenal.
football. They want to.
They want to watch their team play. They want to go be around Arsenal and be there.
But
when you go to preseason game, I was in Orlando. They sound like you're at the Emirates. The way they're singing, I'm sitting there thinking,
yeah. No, it's a different.
I'm not singing.
Have you been to the Emirates? You've been to the Emirates, right?
Yeah, a number of times. I've been to the Emirates in the stand, and I've been in the box. I've been in the box a few times. It's not the same experience being in the box, actually.
Yeah, no, it's not the same experience. But the experience at a game in England is way different to the experience here.
It depends, and it also depends on where you go to game, because sometimes it's intimidating. It's not just experience; it's intimidating at some games.
You know, I've never worn a football shirt of any club while in England.
Yeah,
I would not put on a football shirt.
I'm trying to think if I have. I don't think I have either.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Yeah, it's dangerous. It can be dangerous, especially when you're on the train.
Yeah,
it can be dangerous. You're on the tube, it can be dangerous. Yeah, and by the way, it's intimidating because people on the train, they'd be like 15, 16 people all drinking, totally stoned, and they are just acting up on the train, and you're just like, okay, I hope I don't get in competition with these people because I know I deal with 16 people. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. Yeah, it's not. It's intimidating. I'm telling you.
And
crazy,
in England,
and they're just acting up too. You gotta get out of the car they're in. You guys gotta move to another car.
In England, they stab you, right?
Yeah, they don't have any. They don't have a lot of guns over there. People, they have a lot of guns, so it's a different experience.
Come on, Arsenal. We need an equalizer here. The game is in the 73rd minute.
And they have a bunch of kids on. Must be able to beat these kids and get an equalizer. And we still keep our players on, right? We still have a bunch of the players. Still have boys party in the field.
Why you need minutes?
No. You need to get out the field.
We
don't need him injured. I don't know why Nwaneri is not playing this game, for example. I don't know how Arteta makes these decisions, and I'm curious about how he makes his decisions. What's his strategy that he's trying to do? Liverpool can't get out of their own half anymore. We still can't break them down. Lewis Kelly looks good. And he's playing the 6 now. Kid looks good. Or is he playing the inverted? He probably playing the inverted because Gabriel is outside wide of him. But he's in the middle, like continuously. He's not even having Gabriel inside of him. He's in the center half position. He's a good player though.
Who's that on the ball there? Oh, that's the same guy you're talking about?
That must be Kyrier. No, Lewis Kelly is the black kid that just came on.
We don't have any shape here to keep that ball. You got to kick it away.
They did kick it away.
Yeah.
Now, Lewis Kelly and Nwaneri are the academy graduates that are academy players, I should say, not even graduates who there's a lot of hype around, and I've been playing well actually. I've been practicing with the first team for a while now too.
Look, this is I think what we're watching here is it's not just preseason, but it's the travel. You add the travel to it versus if there was somewhere in Europe, at a site for 10 days.
Nwaneri's on, okay. Nwaneri's on.
Yeah, this is they must be tired by now. You said this is the last.
It's not only traveling to the US; it's traveling across the US. You're from California to Philly as a 5-hour ride. So yeah.
Hydration break, which is important.
Yep. Hydration break is very important. Very, very important.
What you think would be the twist in the league this season? Why are they still talking about Jurgen Klopp? He's moved on.
You mean twist in the league in terms of a team that one may not realize
Yeah,
will come
that
forward?
might, that nobody
My
expects.
surprise?
Yeah.
There are no surprises anymore, I mean, think about all the teams that have been there. Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, Man U, Tottenham. Villa was a surprise last year of all the teams.
Drew Ross to score 2-1 Liverpool.
Yeah, Drew Ross, 2-1 Liverpool, and they played better in the first half. We've been better in the second half. No, if you're an Arsenal fan, you should have an Arsenal jersey on, Drew Ross. Unless you're a fake fan and don't realize that the jersey, at every single time they're playing, you should have the jersey on. I need to get one of the new jerseys, by the way. I gotta go look that up. Maybe get it from Adidas or something.
Do you have your new JFF jersey?
What JFF jersey? What, McLaren on it?
Not JFF, Reggae Boy, sorry. Reggae Boy.
No, I don't have the new one actually. I have last year's. For me, the Reggae Boys doesn't start until September, so that's the new year. We play our first game on the 6th, so I'll get a jersey by then. And by the way, people, on Kranky Live tomorrow, I'm dropping my new song. I bring a song out every 2 weeks. There's another song I'm dropping tomorrow, people. A surprise song. I'm dropping that song. So I've had 2 songs: my Kranky Live song and my Ball Possession song. Kranky Live has gotten good reviews. Ball Possession got mixed reviews. Some people try to redo my song and they failed miserably, so I felt good. But I'm dropping a song tomorrow. It's not the finished article, but it deserves to be communicated. So I'm gonna drop my song tomorrow.
I think they both have been good.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm dropping. This one should be interesting.
Jorginho is in for party.
Yeah, they made a lot of changes. But you notice that Liverpool bring about a bunch of kids. We don't have a lot of kids. Yeah. We don't have a ton of kids. Right? We don't have a ton of kids.
Which is good. And who's missing? Saka.
So Saliba is missing.
Saka,
Saliba, Raya,
Rice.
Ramsdale, Rice. We're missing about 5, and probably all starters. Ramsdale's not a starter, but at least 4 starters.
Ramsdale missing?
Well, yeah, he's missing. He would have been in the crowd, being the goal. He's been missing. It's amazing how things can change, can it? Whereby at one point you are a man and they treat you like the next coming off. You know what? And then all of a sudden you're gone. That's how football is. That's how sports is.
Look at how that one pass beat 5 Liverpool players.
I know, but it was a dangerous pass.
Yeah, but what's impressive is the recovery, right? Look at how they recovered.
They recovered, exactly. It was a dangerous pass, though. Yeah. It's a dangerous pass. But no, they have all been taught to play the same way. People, Liverpool have a system and style of play and a philosophy, so does Arsenal. I think Liverpool is defensively, they press, and offensively, they try to keep ball and play ball position from the back. So is Arsenal. Jamaica's style is flexible. We're still trying to find a definition of flexible in football about our style of play, and we're struggling. We haven't done so yet. But we're going to keep working on it because it has to be there someplace. Very flexible football. One day I'm going to find the definition of a flexible as relates to my style of play and my footballing philosophy. Flexible sound like nothing. In Jamaica, nothing. We're in the 79th minute. Liverpool still leading by 2-1. Arsenal have been better second half. Liverpool were very good first half. Press was devastating, and their counter was similar actually to their press. Why is Odegaard still playing? That's ridiculous.
He probably needs the minutes. He needs the fitness.
No, we're playing 2 more games. You don't need to do that. Take him off the field.
Well, if they
we can't afford for him to get injured. We don't have an ample replacement for him.
If they're going home tomorrow, when is the game against Leverkusen?
Wednesday.
Today's what? Yeah, so they got a few days. They're gonna get a few days off when they go back.
Yeah, they get time off. They can recover.
Yeah,
probably fly out tomorrow morning.
And is that game? That game is at the Emirates, right? Is it?
I think so, actually.
Yeah.
No, it is. It is.
They're going to be back to normal life, back at their house. They're going to be fine by next Wednesday. But you really don't want to lose this one.
If we lose, it's okay.
Yeah, winning is a habit. It's never okay when you lose.
How would Trinidad know that? Or Jamaica?
by
Especially
winning,
Jamaica youth team.
by winning, when you start to win, you start,
Oh, that header should have been better. Who had that ball over the bar a while ago? That was Kiwior, isn't it? Should have
Yeah, I
done
think-
better. He played almost the whole game. They showcased him to sell him. Sell
I think,
Kiwior.
I think the guy
Kiwior played the entire game. They're trying to sell
back
Kiwior.
in team could cause some problems.
Yeah, we play Vikings 1 o'clock. Actually, no, we only have one more game.
One more game, right?
Yeah,
One more
next
game
Wednesday.
before the 17th.
Yeah,
And
the 17th playing Wolves at home.
Yeah,
So it's one more game. I thought it was 2. It's one more game.
yeah. So you're gonna spend that time fine tuning things,
Yeah. And we still have a bunch of players. We don't know where they're going to be. Where's Nketiah going to be? Where is Nelson going to be? Where is Kiwior going to be? A lot of decisions to be made. And it's coming down the season. They only have 2 more weeks. If you're Nelson, you want to go with a new team so you can get into the first team.
Who was looking after him? Not West Ham, I think. Was it? Who?
West Ham was interested in him. And Palace was interested in him, I think.
The ball.
And I think Leicester is interested in him. He has a number team.
Yeah.
And also for Nketiah, Marseille was interested in him. So is Palace. A few teams interested in those players.
Uh-oh.
So that was a cross. Okay.
I think
what a turn by Nwaneri is such a brilliant footballer. Brilliant footballer.
TikTok is referencing.
Oh God, TikTok is here.
Yeah, he's referencing.
You're taking the man's comment out of context. The man has the right idea. He wants the players to develop to be flexible to play any style of coach. What's wrong with that? So
what is he referencing?
He's talking about that I'm taking the flexible comment out of context.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not taking nothing out of context. Man didn't talk about. So what was the philosophy the man mentioned TikTok? Since you want to say that, what was the philosophy and style of play the person mentioned? Since you say I'm taking it out of context for TikTok, tell me what's the philosophy they talked about. I'm curious.
The equalizer is coming.
No, it's not coming. It went away. It's a
coming.
bad pass a while ago.
Ooh, that's a bad pass. Really bad pass.
Every team in football, TikTok, for your information, has to have some flexibility. It's innate to how you play football. Right? It's almost innate to how you play football. So I'm not sure what you're talking about flexibility. Tell me what the style of play was suggested TikTok. Since I'm wrong and I'm taking out of context, please indicate to me. No, it's not coming, Brian. I don't see it coming.
Brian don't think it's coming. Kranky don't think it's coming.
No, it's not coming. It left.
I want you to, has TikTok ever called in?
No, he won't. TikTok work for the JFF. He can't call in. We're going to know who he is. We have a new person on. Who is this? Come on. It's Nichols. Nichols looks so small. I think Nichols is about 18. He looks small. He looks like a baby. He looks like he's 13. I think his mom is on the tour. They were talking about it. Yeah.
The first game he was on, he looked a little bit out of place, but the second game was much better.
But no, TikTok. We're talking about Jamaica and a style of play in Jamaica. We're not talking about somebody in the team. So tell me what philosophy the person indicated. What view did he espouse about style of play? I talk about ball possession. I talk about keeping the ball. I talk about pressing when you're on defense. Tell me the style of play. The person said flexible. Tell me the style of play they talked about. Did it say they're playing counter-attacking football? Tell me the style they play about. They talk about. Because I don't remember any style of play except flexible. So maybe I'm misquoting the person, or I'm not misinterpreting anything, by the way.
What I'd like TikTok to do is, because he didn't do it, I am better at being thoughtful, Andre. What I want you to do, TikTok, because you didn't do it to Halgrimson, so I don't want you to miss the opportunity to do it to McLaren. I want you to ask them what license they have.
You have a pro license. I did check on McLaren.
No, but I want TikTok to ask him.
Oh, you want TikTok to ask him that question?
Yeah,
ask him that question. McLaren has been around. He's been around. He's coached outside of England too. He has a very interesting resume.
I'm messing with TikTok from yesterday.
Yeah, no, he has a very interesting resume, actually.
Look, I mean, I'm not gonna weigh in on that.
The way he coaches winning. I am better at being thoughtful. I don't even understand what that means. What does that mean? Interpret that for me.
Yeah, I don't know why he said that.
Does that mean that we don't think? Maybe we don't think. I don't know.
I'm better than who though? You don't know, or you're better than who? I'm not sure what he's saying.
No. As you say, I don't understand what flexible means, so maybe I never heard about flexible style of play, by the way, people. And I've been trying to understand this football thing. I know I'm a YouTuber, don't understand football. Please tell me where in the handbook it talks about a flexible methodology, a flexible philosophy, flexible style of play. Handbook? No, in the FIFA handbook, in the coaching handbook, in any handbook, I want to see that flexible style that they talk about. flexible defensively. I'm flexible offensively. I know gymnasts are flexible. I've seen the flexibility in gymnasts.
Who said that?
What are we talking about? Huh?
Who said? You sure it's flexible was the word used or adaptable?
Yes, flexible. Flexible is the word used. Positive, flexible.
Okay.
And by the way, people, these things are recorded. They're recorded. So there is no ambiguity in it. You can't say what I did. I watched a program the other day. I'm going to digress a little bit. And there was a guy from Fox News who used the word colored. I think he was talking about either Harris or somebody else. And then he had this whole thing where he got grief on it. And he was trying to change the narrative to say that's not what he meant. And people were misquoting him and all that stuff. And I'm listening to him saying the word color and saying, so you use the word and now you're getting grief and now you want to change the narrative? Like, really? You're saying you didn't say that? And I hear you say it is plain as day? And you play it over and over again because you want to make sure you don't miss something? That's what you said. The person said flexible. Yeah, Drew Ross, he said colored. And he was trying to, and he was adamant that he didn't say colored. He was adamant that people were misquoting him. He was adamant that people were trying to start some narrative that it wasn't attributed to him. And I'm saying, I'm watching you saying colored. But when you get called out, because almost like using the N-word, because we're back in the old days, you don't want to be called out. It's amazing. I like Lewis Kelly quite a bit. Kid has vision.
So
playing that Nichols, deep, he has vision.
Nichols is interesting. I mean, he's not a big kid. He's playing in the right back position, but he seems quite competent.
I wouldn't put him in defense.
I mean,
he's too small to play down there. At least from where I sit, right? I mean, you're good, but you're gonna get bullied at some point with that size.
Yeah, but
if he's that good, he's that good on the ball, he can go in the midfield.
What do you think this experience mean to him?
Oh, it's a ton. Yeah. It's everything. It's everything to be playing on the first team away on the tour with everybody there and everybody seeing you, especially to his mom. Think about his mom, for example. Yeah. She must be extremely proud of him. It's a great thing. It's a great thing.
Yeah, he's over the moon. This experience he would.
Yeah.
He can kick on. Maybe
he Drew Ross. People are defending him, but that's what Fox News is. It's a racist channel. Not and you know I want to talk politics on my channel. It's a racist channel. It's a racist channel. You listen to them.
Why you encouraging that conversation when you
no, because I'm gonna call these things out. Any forum I'm in, I don't care. I'm calling it out. But there's no reason in this world, no reason in life to be that way. There's none.
Yes, we agree.
Not justified. But anyway, people go to Balance View. You want to have more discussion about racism, about social issues, about the economy, about politics? Please come on Balance View. I'm there tomorrow 9:00. You can have your say. We can discuss these things. We won't call him out here. It's an Arsenal channel.
I think Pauline is the only person you listen to.
Who? Who's Pauline?
Pauline. I'm Claudine.
Andre, if you have a USB license, I would recommend you be one of our youth teams. Lots of US-based Jamaicans want to coach our national youth, and they don't have that basic level. TikTok works for the JFF. I keep telling you that. I keep telling people that. Sometimes TikTok forget that when he says something, it's going to be interpreted. TikTok forget that he works for the JFF. Sometimes people.
Yeah, I think he kind of sell himself out.
Yeah, TikTok don't realize sometimes what he's saying. TikTok don't think we're that smart. We're not that thoughtful, TikTok, but we're not. He did a good recovery there, but
he's covering ground.
Yeah. He's quick. He's quick. Yeah. He's a good player. He's just small.
He wouldn't be there if he's not a good player.
He needs to get in the gym.
Yeah.
Put on some weight,
How
Nichols.
old is he? He's young.
I think he's 18.
Teenager.
I think he's 18.
Yeah, he's a teenager.
He looks younger than 18, but I think he's 18.
Yeah, he's 18 years old.
Yeah.
And I just saw here where his dad is Jamaican.
Oh, wait, back up. Okay, you said people, you hear that, people? So he could play for under 20. He wasn't even on my list, Andre, of people I got. He wasn't on my list of the 16 I got, and 3 didn't have. I didn't have him on the 16. I didn't have him on the 16. He wasn't on the 16.
You know what's the idea on about? You know there should be a cream for that problem. You know, Kranky.
Yeah, we don't take cream. We don't take cream. Yes, it was Brian Kilmeade who said that, and denying it, people, with a vengeance, denying it. And you know what they do when they do these things? They get aggressive because they think the aggression is going to make it seem more believable. You can get aggressive all you want, Kilmeade. We know what you are.
I don't know if you ask me, do you still think, right? Yeah. I mean, until there's 3 minutes left, 3.5 minutes left. So it's anything could happen, right?
Yeah.
You gotta play till the whistle, till the last whistle.
I think the last whistle blew a while ago, Andre. You just didn't hear it. It blew a long time ago.
Who's gonna get the goal? Who's out there gonna get the goal? Yeah, it looked like this one is gone, but they gotta go. Martin is not gonna stop. Oops, everybody didn't close. 2 of them went and everybody stayed. See how easy Liverpool broke.
So why are we playing back now? What do we have to lose by playing back? Why don't you just go pressure the ball and try to win the ball? Why are we dropping off? Oh, what a move a while ago. That's a cute move. Is that anyone near you? Who made that play a while ago? Yeah, and he's so skillful. He's so smooth. For a 17-year-old, he's ridiculously skilled.
I don't know what I did, but I must have left the impression that I'm seeking employment. TikTok is.
If you're coaching in the team, you're coaching Trinidad, aren't you?
Yeah, TikTok is trying to be my agent.
TikTok have a job for TikTok got money. Jamaica got money. The JFF has money. By the way, people, I didn't understand because Andre brought this up when we were saying, was it Andre or somebody brought this up yesterday on my channel when we're saying that what's the company C-11, whatever the name is?
Oh, C11.
That they have exclusive rights to the Adidas, right?
No, I didn't bring that up.
No, somebody brought it up.
Yeah.
That came up. They have exclusive rights. How come somebody have exclusive rights for your merchandise sales? I don't understand that. Why would a third party have exclusive rights for your merchandise sales?
That's
When
interesting.
it's even another organization.
Maybe
and nobody pursued that question? I need to pursue that question.
Maybe it's a Brazilian company.
No, I don't think it's Brazilian. Because Brazil had similar setup?
No, they normally have third-party rights on players and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but it's for the national team merchandise sales. And we have a third party who is owning those rights, exclusive rights. That don't sound good, people.
Did they mention that in the press conference?
Yeah, I guess so. It was a marketing press conference, wasn't it? That doesn't sound right, people. Something sounds fishy.
Yeah,
it's fishy in the kingdom. Sounds very fishy in the kingdom, people. Very, very fishy.
I've just changed my mind, Brian.
Somebody said Trump attack. You know what? Let me stop talking about this. Let me close my phone. Let me close my phone, people. I'm not talking about anything but football.
You have a
tomorrow at 9 o'clock on Balanced Views. I'm talking about all these things.
Is it balanced or unbalanced views?
No, it's balanced. It's just unbalanced. It's unbalanced Trump views, but balanced for everything else. Or maybe it should be unbalanced GOP, balanced for everything else. And by the way, Andrew, I'm calling you out about Dr. Omar. I was talking about some of the other Omar today, and we're going to talk about Omar and you know what? I'm going to have a balanced. I'm going to have a balanced discussion on Omar. It's going to be an Omar night.
I have seen pictures or videos of the guy at his school.
What, the electrician? Or the plumber? You see? Did you see video of students?
Yeah.
Did you see any students? Or did we just take a picture of some school in some place, some remote place, and say it's my school?
I send you your website. Yeah,
By the way, you know this. I'm gonna say this, people. The game is over, people.
yeah, the game is
Arsenal
over.
lost 2-1.
Yeah.
You know that when I was in public accounting,
gonna
they
give
have
details,
this
right?
case study. They have this case study where a company called ZZ Best, a young person, he went to jail for this. He was trying to demonstrate that he's had a great company. They're doing really well. And so they send the auditors to go look at this company. You know what he did? He went to a company out in California. He paid the guards and others so he can put his sign up all over the company, the building, and in different local areas. They went in as the auditors, look at it and say, yeah, this is his company. I don't know if they didn't check the deed of the property or whatever. And got away with it. So he could use that as collateral, whatever it was. Really good accounting case that they showed you about how you can be tricked. So yeah, I got to see the name on the school. I got to see the school and the students in there. And they have to be up for a while. So don't make me send a judge after you, Kranky. Which judge? Yeah, I know. No, I'm not judging. No, I'm not judging out here. No, I'm not judging. No, the whole Supreme Court. 6 of the 9. So you're in a good place.
You see, Drew saw the school, and as far as
oh, so Drew went to Delaware and saw the school is just not open. Okay. Yeah. How long has he been in the school, Drew? You sure it's a school? Drew, you sure it's his school, Drew? You sure it's his school? He's been talking about the school for years now.
I sent you the website here, didn't I?
I don't remember looking at it.
You need capital.
He always needs capital. But you always taking capital and always need capital. How come you always taking capital and you always need capital, Andre?
I think the school is going to open.
I hope you're in our life to see it because it's been around for a while.
So
he's taking a lot of capital in, and we can't see the school.
I think the school is coming. TikTok is saying there was mention about rights in the conference but it wasn't clear. IDS is our kit sponsor and kit marketers. They have the right to hire someone else to market our kits. Doubt it.
They hiring people to market our kit? Really? Adidas? Who is Nike hiring to market kits? Don't they have their own marketing department? Adidas is a huge company. What are we talking about? Adidas is having a third-party market stuff. When they're a brand, they go out and market stuff. Okay, we should go look up. So who's that C11 company? TikTok. Let's do some investigation and figure out who that company is. Let's go find out who that company is. If you're saying they were utilized by Adidas, I don't think that's how it is. We've heard about this deal for a long time now, where a third party introduced the Adidas to the JFF. And we should check about, is that the same third party that now have exclusive rights to it? And how much are they getting paid out of that? All that information should be in their financial statements, you know. I did look at the 23 financial statements. I'm going to go back over them. They didn't tell me a lot, frankly. All that should be in the notes of the financial statements. So I'll go look at them again to see how much money they get from Adidas. And did they clearly describe in the notes, or did the accountants just look over that, what the arrangements are, how much money they're making? If the pickaxe doesn't fit you, must acquit, Kranky.
The pickaxe doesn't fit you.
I don't know what pickaxe means in this case, but I know OJ, the glove didn't fit OJ. So yeah.
They work with Man U and some other top clubs from my research.
Right. Okay. I'm curious to know that though. So do they have exclusive right to market? Or they have exclusive right to the deal, and then they give us a portion of the money? How does that work? Oh, no, that works. I didn't listen to the conference. So I need to go listen to the press conference, actually. I know that Andre said some person were asking a lot of questions. This same person was asking a lot of questions. I haven't listened to the conference yet. I wasn't there to ask any questions. But I'd love to do so. I'm looking at the player game with Salah scored. Zinchenko he's not a defender. Why doesn't he play Zinchenko at the 8? Why is Zinchenko never getting a chance at the 8?
Oh, Zinchenko?
Yeah.
No,
he plays the 8, and also he plays the 8 and the 6 sometimes for Ukraine.
No, it's yeah, but maybe they don't have that quality in the group that they're working with.
Yeah, they media far. What does he mean? Oh, because I don't understand the term. I know a lot of terms. Peacock doesn't fit, you must have quit. I don't think we had peacocks and must have quit in Jamaica when I was in Jamaica. No, sir. I think you can make up the one day, Yardy. I know a lot of colloquial terms and a lot of local terms. I'm not familiar with the one day. Peacocks used to chop people, so I know you talk about. Peacocks are chop. Or go fit.
Yeah, the pass for that goal was brilliant.
Yeah.
Unbelievable pass.
It's a ridiculous pass, actually.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah.
It's hard for the defender. I don't even blame the defender on that pass, You can blame the person who allowed the pass to occur, but the movement by the forward and the pass, it's crazy. And we didn't even create a goal like how they created their goals, right? Our goal, Odegaard made a good play, but it was like I don't know if he was shooting or passing to average, frankly.
That's a good goal. He's getting into dangerous area.
We had 60% possession in the game. It must be our second half, frankly. Our first half, it was 52-48 or something.
TikTok never heard of.
It's a murder weapon used to kill a lizard.
Yeah.
We kill a lizard with our bare hands, Yardy. We use our bare hands to kill lizard. In fact, we don't try to kill lizards. They're God's animal too.
Are they gonna do
Your TikTok say never hear the peacock once before. Me neither peacocks. You must say I don't hear a lot of TikTok. And I know TikTok is probably familiar with a lot of these terms. I've never heard that term before.
Is there penalties coming in this game?
Well, ESPN cut away, so they may be, but they're not showing it. Normally they show it on ESPN too, They don't show it on regular ESPN. So maybe there is. There should be. And I didn't go to ESPN 2. I probably should do that, actually.
No, they're talking about the game. So they
I know, but ESPN doesn't cover the penalty kicks. At least they didn't do so the last game. But ESPN 2, ESPN, the app did, actually. The last game, ESPN didn't cover the kicks. But if you went to ESPN app or ESPN Plus, they did. I don't see the ESPN here. I don't know what I did with it. Let me go there and see if it's there. They're gonna show the Man U game, actually.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
They tried to show
that game though.
Yeah. No, it's 30 minutes to that game. Let me just see something here. Let me see if they're doing penalty kicks. So Liverpool won penalties on tie. Interesting.
They took penalties already?
I don't know. I don't know what the statement means. I'm trying to go to the channel.
If they cut away from the PK, that's unfortunate.
All the games are on. I see the Real Madrid game. Okay, let me go to ESPN Plus and see what it's saying. I'm gonna look and see if the penalties if they did take penalties. They do them for most of the games. So Yardi's saying, you mentioned already on the Kranky, but you don't want to beat that will make Teta proud. You mentioned religion, Kranky, you don't want to beat him. What does that mean, Yardi?
Yeah,
I don't talk a lot about religion, because I stay away from those topics. I mention it, but I don't expound upon it.
It doesn't look like they're taking PKs in this one. I'm not so sure why they wouldn't.
No, I'm on a channel here, but there is an advertisement. So
yeah,
when it goes, I'll see if
But normally there'd be a notification that they're going to take PKs. There was none.
Right. Yeah. It's almost 10 o'clock too. So the other game, Man U must be on the West Coast.
Arsenal ended with 60% possession.
I know. That means they must have had like 70-something second half, right?
Yeah, the second half. The second half.
To 80, frankly.
They had 71% in the second half. And on a 91% pass completion, 326 passes.
See, people, that's what I want Jamaica to have, people. That's my aspiration. As one half, Jamaica has 300 passes, score goals. We're enjoying our football. We're beating our chest. We feel good. I don't want to be flexible. I don't want flexible passing and flexible defense and flexible offense and flexible running. If I'm too flexible, I'm going to be running out of bounds. I don't want that. I want real football, people.
At some time today, you're going to have to abandon it's going to sink in, and you'll have to abandon the expectation.
Yeah, no, TikTok. When we played Man U, we beat them 2-1. We had penalties still. They had penalties in both games, the Dortmund game and the Man U game. Yeah, so when we played Man U, we won 2-1, but we still had penalties. I don't know if it's almost like a tournament thing they have, and you get points. So
Club America scored an own goal tonight.
You saw what's his name? Dribble to the whole defense. Losing my voice.
The
Maybe
teams,
it's time to go.
the teams in Mexico, sometimes they don't defend. Make about Fibondon, Kranky, all by the man with the pickaxe. Pickaxe is spelled a little different now. One word now. When you watch garbage football.
All right, we'll sign off because
Yeah.
Because Yadi gone left us. And my voice are good people. Not sure what happened.
Yeah, I have to go watch a game here. Got 45 more minutes of football.
You're gonna watch your son play, right? You should just tell people you're gonna watch your son play. Don't say you're gonna watch a game.
Yeah.
You have two sons who play professional football. You're gonna watch one of them play. And that's his coaching that allows them to get to that level, people.
Then TikTok will ask me if I have a license if you tell him that.
You have a license to coach professionals, to coach people to be professionals. All right. So people.
Yeah, you can't do that without the information,
So people, Andre, thanks for being here. Appreciate you being here. Hope you can join me tomorrow. You should come on tomorrow to talk a little bit about the JFF coaching situation, the Trinidad coaching situation. We have enough topics for tomorrow. My voice is gone, people.
Yeah.
Hopefully come back by tomorrow. It'd be good to talk that football tomorrow. We can talk about a little bit about the under-20 because that discussion wasn't finished from yesterday. And anything else in sports that people you want to talk about, because you run the program. I'm just a facilitator. So join me tomorrow, 6 to 8, Kranky Live. Be there or be, they say be what? And 9 p.m. Balance Views. I did drop the link in the chat. Click on it. So I'm going to go out with my...
You probably, before you go, there's an under-15 tournament starting, I think in a week or two time. The girls side of it start early this month, early in August, and then there's the under-15 boys in Trinidad.
Is it quota or is it regular? Just local players?
No, I think most likely it'd be players coming out from the elite,
Caribbean?
what they call the elite.
Oh, the elite program.
Yeah. So
how many of the under 20 were in the elite program? I'm just curious. I ask this question and people think I'm just being...
an elite program for that age.
Well, I mean, if you're under 20, you should be part of the elite program, shouldn't you? Or is it 15? Oh, it's 15 and under.
Look, it's quite interesting. I was talking to someone that was sharing that which is the opposite of the problem that I don't want to call it a problem, but the situation in Jamaica, Haiti's situation. Haiti lost all 3 games and got 0 points as well.
Right.
And Haiti had a mixture of players who were on the island training available to them, plus people from outside of the country. And I think the coach made the decision to not go with players who was on the island training. I think it was about 8 of them. So I don't think any of them was included according to the conversation I had, and it turned out.
So people saying that you're not guaranteed success if you use foreign-based players. What they're saying?
Well, it's look, you never guarantee success in football, right? Otherwise, we don't play the games. We, despite the difference in quality, if it was up to England, they would have taken the US trophy home this year.
I am surprised Haiti playing any sport. That's all I'll say about that.
No,
I'm surprised Haiti's playing anything, anywhere, anytime.
Yeah,
how can you be on the ground comfortable in Haiti when they have so much problems? I don't understand how that works.
Well, there's parts of Haiti that it seems as though they're not experiencing what we all know is happening there. I don't think it's all over. I think the northern part of the country is kind of free of that.
I don't know how any part of the country don't get affected. Now, the severity of how you get affected may be one thing,
right? But
every part got to feel some part of that pain.
Well, there's Haitian people that I know that go in and out of the country,
right?
And they talk about, so, and they have a lot of support coming out of Miami as well. So,
Yeah. Well, I'm being summoned to another call.
Yep.
My football team actually had a meeting tonight, and I couldn't attend, and they look like they haven't done yet, so I'm gonna join them. So people, I do have an old football team that I still support in New York. Thanks for joining, Andre. Appreciate you being here.
I was evaluating your technique in one of the passes that you played last night.
No. Mr. People, don't go there. People, the left foot pass, leaning back between two defenders, split the defense with the right pace. That's brilliant. I'm gonna say that about my pass. Okay.
I don't know.
It's brilliant. No, people, when you go watch my video, the pass I made in the video, that was me making the pass, me scoring the goals, the header, me having the shot, the person take my credit and ricochet the shot. The left foot pass between two defenders, and the guy muffled my thing and it hit him all over the place, and he got all flustered because he didn't expect the pass. I agree, but I don't talk about these things. But yes, it was a brilliant pass. It was a long time ago, a brilliant pass.
Who miskicked in front of the goal? Who was that?
I forgot his name, but it's a long time ago.
Okay.
But the field is not the greatest, by the way. The field is not the greatest. So you could say the field did it, but that pass should be framed. You know what? I'm gonna take a picture of it. It should be framed.
I looked at it last night and I was I don't know.
Were you impressed with it? Were you impressed with the pass?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to say. I'll have to evaluate.
Go. You know what? I'm gonna play it again. Take your camera. I'm gonna play it before I go out, people. Take your camera and take a picture of that video of that left foot pass and come back and talk to me about it tomorrow. All right?
I think the way one might think it should look, and the way it looked may be different, but at the end of the day, you got done what you were trying to do.
It got to the destination.
Yeah, so
that pass is Odegaard type pass, okay?
Oh, no. Hold on, my friend.
All right, people. Let me say this, people. Andre's talking about, I'm gonna play the video. It's the Kranky Live video. In the video, I'm making a left foot pass between two defenders to my midfielder running on. He's playing the 6, and the ball got muffled. He didn't score. People thought it was me. No, I'm the one making the pass. And tell me tomorrow, please look at it before you go. Tell me tomorrow if that's not an Odegaard type pass, okay? Tell me.
All right, so here's what I'm saying to you. I think the last thing I said was, okay, I'm going to accept the pass because it was effective.
You're saying the pass is just, it got to the destination.
What I'm saying is the way it looked. If I was working with you, it probably would have looked different, right? but what I'm saying to you is that it worked out. You got it to. So
our midfielders wish they could make a pass like that. Okay. People. I'm gonna cut you, Andre. People, tell me if the Jamaican midfielder make any pass like that in any game. Okay, I'm not a big time footballer, but in that game. Go ahead, Andre.
You can have that comparison, but I think it gets too much when you start saying it's an Odegaard type pass.
It's Odegaard type pass. I mean, I didn't know I made that pass and I saw the tape because I was trying to put this tracking thing together. I'm like, whoa, that happened?
So
I don't remember doing it.
That happened unconsciously.
It's instinctively. Let's not confuse unconscious with instinctive. It's just it's let's say what muscle memory. It's muscle memory.
I use it deliberately. Because the next thing is
it's muscle memory. Hey, people. So I can have a troll in the chat. What troll, Ryan? You mean good? Real football investors forever. We don't deal in absolute. Some people who claim Democrat, there's always an exception. Good for Haiti. Football is for the young Kranky. You're just talking riddles. I just don't know what you're saying.
Maybe his last comment.
Yeah. Wait, I have seen the video. Kranky hung up the boots. I haven't kicked a ball in anger since 2006.
Yeah.
That was over. That was what? Is that over 35, over 40 competition? I think it was then. Actually, no. I mean, I hung up the boots a while ago. I didn't hang up the boots, but I'll say this though: that pass, I am proud of that pass. Andre may not like it because he can't teach that. He can't teach that. That top pass is not teachable. People, you can't teach that. People, I'm gonna go out now and play the tape. Okay, since Andre want me to do this, listen to him. You can skip the music, watch the pass, you can record it and slow it down and tell me what you think when we come tomorrow. All right, I'm gonna say good night, people. Andre, appreciate you, bro. Thanks for being here. People, join Kranky Live tomorrow, 6 to 8 p.m. and we'll talk. Have a good night. Please watch the video and please watch the pass and give me your feedback. Peace out. Kranky Live is the place to be now. For the best sports talk and it's free, yo. Kranky Life will be your guiding light by keeping you informed both day and night. Kranky Life, kill them. Kranky Life, heed them. Kranky Life, want them. Kranky Life. From the courts to the field, we'll never lose because Kranky has the hottest news. With expert analysis, we break it down. Our in-depth coverage is best in town. Kranky Life, kill them. Kranky Life, heed them. Kranky Life, want them. Kranky Life. Kranky Life where the sports is spicy and where we keep the discussion lively. Kranky Life, get to know the name because Kranky analysis is never lame. Kranky Life, give me my Kranky Life. I want my Kranky Life. Must have my Kranky Life. Whether it's football or track and field, you know Kranky is at the wheel. So join the journey through victory and defeat and subscribe and don't miss a beat of Kranky Life. Tell them Kranky Life. Heed them Kranky Life. Want them. Kranky Life. If you're from England or USA, from Kingston or Bombay, from Kenya or Canada, Lagos or Havana, visit Kranky Life. Tune into Kranky Life. Like up Kranky Life. Subscribe to Kranky Life. Kranky Life. Coming to you on weekdays. Kranky Life sometimes on Sundays. Pull up a chair and take a seat because Kranky will always bring the heat. Kranky Life. Me say fi tell them Kranky Life. Me say fi heed them Kranky Life. On them Kranky Life. Kranky Life will be around. Kranky Life is the best in town. Me say fi heed them. Me say fi want them. Me say fi heed them. Want them, heed them, want them. Kranky Life. Kranky Life. Heed them, want them, heed them, want them. Kranky Life. Kranky Life. Heed them, want them, heed them, want them, heed them, want them. Kranky Life. Kranky Life. Kranky. Heed them, want them, heed them, want them. Heed, want, heed them.